What's going on, guys? Rich Boy J here, back with another video. Today I am going to be streaming me building Inthert's Naboo Starfighter. I promised a lot of you guys that I would come back and stream today, since I guess we were having so much fun on the Vardo stream earlier, and this is me coming through on that promise. And yeah, so let's get this thing started. It should be pretty fun. I want to have some guests on, so if any of you guys want to hop on and talk about some Lego Star Wars or really whatever, we can do that. I am more than willing to have any of you guys on. So yeah, post those emails. Post those emails. I can get you guys in the call. All right, I got the chat pulled up. Looks like we got some peeps in the chat right now. We got St. John, Viper, Aiden Conway, Josiah Weber, Squarebrick Studio, Josiah Long Photography. Is that any relation to Josiah Weber? Maybe yes, maybe no. This is worth what? Huh? Who? What's going on, guys? How y'all doing tonight? Looks like John Cena's in here as well. What's going on? Collecting bricks. What's good? I'm so excited to build this thing. Now, the unfortunate thing is one of my orders didn't come in, so I'm not going to be able to finish one of the engines. But I will be able to build like 96% of the build, so should be good to go. Hello, boyos. What's up? Just joining the stream. What's up, Future Brick Studios? Is that a giant ATM6 in the background? Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, that is my giant ATM6 body. All right, so I'm going to start building. Yeah, Cena, pull up, bro. Pull up, bro. How is everyone doing tonight? What's up, Eggs Benedict Cumberbuns? What's up, Lego Soldier 82? He says, bro, I would, but I need to solve a few calculus problems. Ah, come on, bro. Come on, bro. What's up, Roblox noob? This is Anakin's Naboo Starfighter. This is Anakin's Naboo Starfighter. Yeah, I guess. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be Anakin's. It could just be generic Naboo Starfighter, but it is Inthert's design. So I got the instructions from Brick Vault, got the parts from Bricklink, and we're going to see how this goes. Did Fortnite actually make a Clone Trooper skin? Is that an actual thing? What's up, Rebo Bricks? Got Rogue Rebel in the house too. What's going on? Someone says I was at your last stream. Yes, I remember you too. Welcome back. What's going on, boyos? I spent a lot of time looking for parts. Fortunately, this build really isn't a ton of parts, but none of these parts are sorted in front of me, so we'll see how this goes. Says that ATM6 is begging for attention and love in the background. I know, man. I know. I haven't given it the respect it deserves. Aiden says, is it me or is it the same crowd for every Empire Lug member streams? Well, I'm not an Empire Lug, so I don't know. I think the same group of people just actually like watching live streams, so that could be the case. Where'd you get this? I got it from Brick Vault. Appreciate that, Lucky Meatball. I didn't. Five says I didn't study for the ACT, and I got scared blown up. That was funny. Viper says I only have one Naboo Starfighter, and it's a 2015 one. I had actually all of them except for the first one. The first one looks awful. I guess I don't have the UCS one either. But I poached a bunch of parts off of the two I had built, which were the two most recent ones, in order to build this. And I'm thinking I'm probably just going to build maybe a couple more of these But yeah, we can share some Naboo Starfighter memories. So when I was a young kid, my mom took me to see Star Wars Episode 1. And I wasn't a big Star Wars fan at the time, but like this was one of the ships that stuck out to me. Like I vividly remembered the yellow ship with the gray front. That's how I remembered it. So this has always been an iconic ship to me when it comes to Star Wars, and it's definitely one of my favorite Star Wars vehicles. It probably is my favorite ship behind the Republic gunship. So for Inthert to have built such a beautiful model, I am so stoked to finally put this thing in my collection. I'm building quite the collection of custom starfighters. Cooper Schaffner says, "Are you going to Brick Fair, Virginia?" Yes, I am. I'll be there. When you buy, does it come with the pieces and instructions? No, when you buy the instructions from Brick Vault, it will only come with the instructions. And then I just bought the pieces. So basically what I did was bought the instructions from Brick Vault, looked at it to see what pieces I had in my collection, then took those out of the parts that I needed to buy, and then I bought everything that I didn't already have. It says, Jalen, do you want Chris Productions to make the Boyo Lounge in his Jedi Temple? Well, he couldn't make the Boyo Lounge. The Boyo Lounge is something unique to my channel, but it would be cool if he did basically an equivalent like fan appreciation room. I think he will probably end up doing that. I think when he brought the idea up to him, he seemed to like the idea, so I could definitely see it happening. Roblox Nude says, kind of an off-topic question, but what kind of music do you listen to? I listen to mostly rap music, rap and R&B. Brick by Brick 101 says, I have one from my cousin that was from 1999 with a bunch of 1999 sets along with the 2002 AT-AT. That 2002 AT-AT is the best one. Cena says, have you watched Solo on Netflix? I'm going to give it a second chance this weekend. No, I've still only seen that movie twice, and I don't know when I'll see it again. Lame, listen to some good 70s rock. I'm going to give that a hard pass. What's up, Brickwiz, man? Says low-key, the instructions are mad expensive. I understand it's a free market, and they probably need them pay to creators, but $60 for instruction, extra $100 for the parts. I mean, the instructions for this was like $13. I will never complain about people charging whatever they want for the instructions, because as someone who makes instructions and who has to design this stuff, it's not easy. Like it takes a lot of time. Like obviously, yeah, you have to buy the parts too, but still, like I had to design it. What's up, Forever Lego Studios? But yeah, guys, if you didn't know, I'm taking guests. So if anyone wants to hop on this call and talk about life, you're more than welcome to. I wonder how many hours went to design a model like that, creating the instructions. I guess around 30 to 50. Yeah, like for my ATM6, I saw the instructions. Like, dude, that thing took. I mean, it took forever for me to design. I put so much time and effort into putting that build together. Found a good custom AT-TE. Instructions are $15. Pretty big model. Props to the guy. Is it Anyo's? He's the only one I know who actually distributes the instructions to his AT-TE. Josiah says, can I come in and debate resistance? Sure, absolutely. Post your email. I'll add you in. We can talk about some resistance. Jay, we still good for the prequel debate Thursday at 8? Yep. We good to go, bro. Do I have CAC? I'll show you the one CAC thing I actually own. It's this right here. It's basically Boba and Jango's helmet and jetpacks. Favorite UCS set is the UCS Imperial Star Destroyer. Do I know when Star Wars is for 20 days? Is for 2019. It's not happening this year, unfortunately. Very disappointing, but yeah. Do I have minifigs for you? I'll show you. It's funny you guys are bringing up all these questions. This is my one minifigs for you figure right here. Got that boy Cody. Yeah, no, I was super salty about that they're not doing it this year. Do I think a 2019 Star Destroyer would be a similar size to the old one? Yeah. I mean, maybe it'll be slightly smaller, but I'd say it'd definitely be a comparable size. Shall we have another defending prequel stream? I don't know if I have that in me tonight. That's it's a lot of effort to defend those prequels. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that tonight. What's up, Brick Phase? What you got? Roblox Noob says, I love my UCS Slave 1. I've been modding it to have an interior and have done the mod that Brickvault did. What did Brickvault do to their UCS Slave 1? Just two streams. Yes, sir. I am just too grinding. Am I going to make a 2019 clone army? Like a video of my clone army? You guys wouldn't want to see that. It would be quite embarrassing. I don't have very many clones, unfortunately. Dude, a May the 4th Chrome Gold Pyre would be amazing. It won't happen, but it would be amazing. Yo, Jay, how much work do you complete on that tower tonight? I got a pretty good amount of it done. I didn't end up reaching my goal, which was to have it come up to my chest, but it probably came up to like here when I was done. So I was happy with my progress. Someone says, I deserve more subscribers. Thank you. I'm trying my hardest to get more subscribers. Jay secretly has multiple clone bases in his closet. Well, if someone would know it would be John Cena. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I secretly build clone bases. I don't want to show them off, though. I'm too ashamed. Trevor says, Jay, I want to be like you one day, man. It's totally possible. All you need to do is adhere to the Boyo code, and you can be like me. He secretly has an army ready to defend his prequels. Yeet. Screaming Seagull says, I like the Resistance because it finally portrays the First Order as somewhat competent. Finally, a commander who is actually cool and does things. And who is the Red Tie pilot? He's also pretty cool. I've been seeing that thrown around a lot lately. Like, can we address this whole the First Order is incompetent thing? Like, where's the... Can you guys... Someone shed some light on that to me, because I'm not seeing it. From my experience, the First Order has been mostly competent, comparatively far more competent than, like, the Empire was. But I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Matthew says, Jay, is it okay if I put you in my video? Sure. I can't stop you. Screaming Seagull says, Hux. I mean, they like kind of threw Hux around, but I wouldn't describe him as incompetent. Like, I don't understand. Please further elaborate on that. Vapor says the Empire is better. I mean, that's fine that you think that, but my point is, how are they incompetent? Like, the First Order has done far more Viper says the First Order just sucks. Okay, well, if that's the answer we were going to get to, then okay. Like, there's really, I can't debate you on whether or not they suck. I just wanted to know why people think they're incompetent. I just feel like the First Order did a lot more damage to the Resistance than the Empire ever did to the Rebels. Hux spends his time screaming like a 5-year-old girl. But that still doesn't answer the question. How is he incompetent? First Order has no history of coming to power, and they sent a whole army of guerrilla walkers to crack a wall and still struggled. I mean, it was okay. I feel like Star Wars dug itself into a hole when they decide to make, and they have to make both sides incompetent to make an interesting story. I mean, so can we describe? Okay, so maybe this will make this a little bit easier of a debate. Someone describe competence to me. Like, give me examples of competent armies in Star Wars or armies doing competent things, because I am. This is all really lost on me. Aiden says Snoke died for absolutely no reason. Oh, there was definitely a reason for it. Kylo was tired of being berated by him. I could totally see why Kylo would want that guy dead. The Republic army destroying the Jedi Order. Okay. So that's our burden of competence. Like, in order for an army to be competent, they have to destroy like the equivalent of a Jedi Order. I feel like you can't even use the Grand Army of the Republic as an example because in the films they don't do anything. Like, we don't see the other than them taking down the Jedi, the Republic doesn't have any big victories. I mean, I would say that they were mostly incompetent because they let the most powerful Jedi get away. If the Republic did their job like they were supposed to, then there wouldn't have been a Luke. They would have found out about Vader's illegitimate children out there and taken care of that. They left a lot of loose ends. They wouldn't have let Obi-Wan sit in the desert and watch over him for many years. When the Separatists made that life-destroying device that Anakin and friends were barely able to stop, and they never brought it back to try again. Roblox says, I do have to agree with Jay. I have no idea how the First Order is incompetent, even though I strongly dislike the sequels. Someone said that Snoke died too easily. I don't feel he died any easily than like the Emperor did. I feel like he died the way someone like him should have died due to his overconfidence. If you guys notice, when it comes to a lot of these dark side Force users, the Sith, they all die because of their overconfidence. Like, for example, Darth Maul standing there over Obi-Wan. He could have killed him. He could have gotten the job done, but he was so confident that he had already secured victory. He didn't pay attention to the fact that Obi-Wan could just flip over him and cut him in half. I mean, look at the Emperor himself. He was so confident that he had Vader in his clutches, and he just knew Vader would never betray him. Yet there it goes, boom. Vader does the right thing, tosses him over the balcony. And I feel that Snoke dies that same way. Snoke was probably more overconfident than all of those guys. Like, Snoke was quite arrogant. And I thought that the way he died was very fitting for someone like that. Like, and that's one of the things that ultimately contribute to the downfall of most of the people on the dark side, their overconfidence. I mean, like when Luke tells the Emperor in Episode 6, he says, "Your overconfidence will be your undoing," and that ultimately is what happens to all of these people who are on the dark side. So I thought the way he went out was fine. Snoke was incredibly arrogant. I love Snoke's character, actually. I didn't mind that he died because I think that this should ultimately be Kylo's story. Like, we don't really need Snoke there. Like, Kylo, like, it's more interesting having Kylo in the driver's seat with his erratic behavior. Cena says, "No, Jay, stop using facts and logic. These people can't accept it." No, that's the point of these streams. If you guys are listen to something I say and maybe view something in a different way after I've said it, then I feel like I've done my job. I feel like I've done some good in the world. All right, let's figure this out. I don't like Snoke. He looks like a pizza. That is fair. That is fair. Snoke is not very handsome. Snoke is like very much so trying to overcompensate with his golden robe. Forever Lego Studios, yes, please. I would love to have you on, dude. Send me your email. Absolutely. Post your email, dude. I would love to bring you on. He looks like a pizza. Isn't that that's like the best description of Snoke I've ever heard. And I can't even refute it. Like, what can I say? That dude looks like a pizza. But yeah, Hunter, absolutely. Send me your email, bro. If you want to DM it, that's fine. I don't care. Aiden says I'm dead. I can't even fight that. Someone needs to do a meme of like, I don't know, Snoke in like a Pizza Hut outfit or something like that. I don't know. Something Snoke and pizza related. So Snoke in his Gucci robe that probably cost 600,000 credits flexing on all of us. Yeah, pretty much. All right, I'm about to add Forever Lego Studios to the call. All right, Hunter, I just invited you. Let me know if you get it. If not, I'll have to send you the link. Hopefully you'll get it. I think Snoke had a Versace slippers and he had Gucci robe. What's up?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Not much. Pretty good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm building me an Inthert Naboo Starfighter, and I could not be any happier. I've been waiting to build this thing for so long.
Dude, I really enjoyed the techniques you used in that.
Oh, you have this, the Naboo Starfighter, or you've just seen pictures of it?
I've seen pictures of it. I really want to order the instructions to actually get the set in hand.
It's not like an expensive build at all. Like I had like 60% of the parts, and it literally cost me $12 to get the rest. So I can't imagine it will cost you more than maybe like $30 or $40, which is, considering a mock this good, like that's totally worth it, you know?
Yeah. So how was today's stream on Vardos?
It was a great stream. It had a lot of people on. It was very enjoyable, and I got some pretty good work done on the tower.
Dude, I really love that tower. It's insane.
It's really cool, man. I'm loving working on it, and I just can't wait to just build it up really tall. That's my goal. I just want to make it really tall.
Dude, already it's humongous. I can't believe it's going to be even taller than that.
Dude, it's going to get like 3 times as tall.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait for the finale of Vardos.
It'll be coming soon. I feel like I'm converging on the finale. So are you gonna work on Hoth tonight, or what's your plan for
yeah, I'm actually working on that sniper's ditch I mentioned in the chat earlier.
Right. Okay, cool.
I meant it there. I started like the outline like weeks ago, and I just got distracted with other things like tiles and different things on the mock, and I just got distracted. And tonight I was just like, okay, well, I don't have any tiles. I ran out of those until this next order comes in.
Right.
So I might as well work on the sniper ditch.
I feel you. That sounds like a plan.
Yep.
So how are you feeling about like your deadline for that mock? Are you confident you'll have it done for Brick World, or?
For the most part, if everything goes to plan, like everything's been going pretty smoothly the past few weeks, which is quite nice. I know I've got 2 chunks of the walker already in hand. and then another chunk of the walker is going to be paid for this Thursday. So,
what do you think you'll do next?
on the walker, it's going to be the feet and kind of the ankle area
Gotcha.
because this one's going to be kind of a smaller order because of the fact that I have a bunch of other things that need to go aside, like besides the feet. Like I said, I ran out of the 2x2 tiles, and I need to get more of those. So, alongside that order, I've got like 1,000 of them coming.
Right. Those. Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, I need a lot. Luckily for the most part, all I have left to cover with tiles, at least on the battlefield, is about 4 base plates. I guess that's pretty much it, which seems like a lot, but I don't know. It is a lot, but
Yeah. Hold on one sec. I got to go to the game room and grab this part that I need. I'll be right back. You can show off your mock to the chat if you really like while I'm gone.
okay. Hey everyone. While Jay is getting a certain piece, for one, smash that like button if you haven't done yet. Go ahead and smash that like button for the boyo himself. But yeah, if you haven't heard of me, luckily Jay and Matt have been very kind to me. I really appreciate all the help that they've been doing for my channel. But basically, I do Lego mocks, of course, but the one that I've been working on for months now is a Hoth mock. In total, it's like 3 6 feet tables in length, and it's actually going quite well. I'm using 2 of the boyo himself's walker. I've got 2 AT-ATs. One's in the process of being built, and one is already complete, as well as a bunch of other really cool models that most builders have seen in the Lego community. Yeah, if you are interested in seeing that, definitely go check that out. I'd very much appreciate it. But again, smack that like button though. Smack that like button for Jay. I don't know what to do. I've never taken control of a live stream before. How's everyone doing in the chat? Let's get a like goal of 20 likes. I didn't know what to say, Jay, so I just told him to get likes up to 20 likes.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Honestly, I mentioned something about Hoth, and I was like, okay, let's everyone smash the like button.
There we go. That's a productive use of their time. I'm down with that.
Yeah. So Jay, do you have any other instructions from Brickvault?
I have a lot. They actually sent me their instructions for the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter. They sent me those, so that was pretty cool. I have... What the heck is happening here? Hold on one second.
Something going on in the chat?
No, I'm looking at the instructions.
Oh.
What the heck is this? What the heck is this?
A mess up in the actual build?
Yeah, so I mean, on like the page with the instructions, it said that like there were some issues in some of them, and I guess I'm starting to see that pop up. I'm so like, what in the world is happening right now? I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the heck is happening.
No worries.
Okay, here I think I figured it out. But yeah, so yeah, they sent me their First Order TIE Fighter instructions to both of them, which was nice because I built both. I had their entire TIE Fighter, like the Jarek's like original trilogy TIE Fighter collection of instructions. I've only built the standard TIE Fighter, but
that's the one I really want to get is the TIE Fighter collection.
Yeah, that thing's I'd say totally worth the buy if you want to pick it up. Like it's such a beautiful TIE Fighter design he came up with. I love it.
It really is.
Other than that, what else do I have? I have their this obviously the Naboo Starfighter. I feel like there's one more that I'm missing. I guess maybe that's it. Maybe that's all I have. I have my AT. Oh my god, who's spinning? Moderators? Are there seriously no moderators? All right, somebody's about to become a moderator. Let's see. Kevin Riddell. Well, do you want to be a moderator? I recognize that name. Are you willing to do the deeds of being a moderator?
I believe Kevin could deal as a moderator.
Screaming Seagull, if you want to be a moderator. I'm just looking for names that I recognize. Okay, let's. All right, Kevin, we grant you the rank of mod master. Hold on. Oh my, the chat's moving so fast. Jeez.
That is a high honor.
I'm trying, Kevin. Hold on. Menu. Add moderator. Kevin is now moderator. Please dispose of that garbage.
What was going on in the chat? I can't see it.
Someone was spamming PewDiePie.
PewDiePie?
Yeah.
Why?
All right.
The only instructions so far I have from Brickvault is the AT/AT/ATACT instructions, of course. And then a while back, I bought the Arkham Knight and Arkham Asylum Batmobile bundle.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
All right. I just promoted 2 moderators. Ooh. Please get rid of the spammers, please.
Do thy job.
Oh, here, Aiden Conway, I will grant you the rank of moderator as well. I'm just giving away mods tonight. Okay, that's all the moderators I'm making tonight.
It is a very high honor to be boytized into the moderators.
Yes. Yes, please dispose of the filth in the chat.
Oh, so Jay, how do you like the mock I announced, or the next one that I'm going to be working on?
I'm like so hyped for that. I am so hyped for that. Screaming Seagull says, "Thanks, Jay. However, I'm incredibly unqualified for this job." I mean, I can. If you really don't think you can do it, I can unmod you. It's no hard feelings, bro. Why are there so many spammers in the chat right now? Oh my god. Does Jay tell me if I should be sending links to your Discord every... What do you mean? For what?
Is the chat going nuts again?
It was for a while, but I think things are under control finally.
There's peace to the galaxy once again.
Yes. But yes, no, dude, like I love that idea. And I think like that's a mock that I've actually been wanting to do. I won't get to it anytime soon, but the fact that you're doing it brings warm feelings to my heart because I know you'll do a good job.
I was quite excited. It was going to be either that or I know my friends really wanted me to do the battle on what is it? Genosis. They really wanted me to do that, as well as the one that will be done. I'm still not on the full idea of releasing the name just quite yet.
That's so. I mean, I wouldn't do it. It's good to build the suspense. Yeah. Plus, I mean, the thing about it is like if people are really into it, you don't want to put yourself in a position where people are constantly like, hurry up and finish so you can start the next thing, right? You want to make sure you get the most out of what you're currently working on.
I want to get the most out of Hoth, and then the next one, of course,
exactly,
be its own thing. But yeah, so I was really excited to get to think about this and start getting ideas for it. After I figured out that's what I wanted to do and started figuring out really cool ideas on what to do. Like the one thing I did tell you about, the adding name characters into that, even though it's going to be more realistic, I really wanted to add those like name characters.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that would be a great idea. I mean, in the movie it's cool, but having that added element to it, I think will just add so much. Plus, it's so recognizable from that other part. It's so weird talking about this without being specific, but no, I totally agree.
I know. It's so complicated because we know, of course, we know what it is, but they don't know, so we can't mention what the heck it is.
Right.
But I'm super stoked to actually get Hoth complete, and then of course start working on that project.
So, do you think you'll have the courage to take Hoth apart and start the new one? Or are you gonna like start the new one and then take pieces from Hoth if you need to, or how do you think?
Okay, so honestly, Hoth is like the biggest thing I've ever created. I'm gonna point that out. I've never built anything as big as this. So it's very, very, this thing is very key to my heart, building this.
For sure. Absolutely.
And so the Hoth is always going to have this special place. But honestly, it does hold a ton of parts.
Yes, it does.
Including filler brick and many other pieces that I could technically use for the next mock.
Right.
So for I do want to point out, after Hoth is complete and after being taken to Brickworld Chicago, I ain't gonna just go ahead, like when I get home, take it completely apart, because
just dive right in, just go for it.
I really want to get some really nice shots of what it looks like, give it a final montage before all chaos presumes.
I mean, the cool thing about doing like a build series is no matter what, you have documented each and every stage of the build, so you'll always have that, which is a cool thing to go back and look through. Like a month ago, I went back and I looked through some of my crate stuff, and it was crazy just seeing how that thing came together.
Yeah. But honestly, I probably will start taking apart. Now, some things I'm not going to take apart because of the fact that either that they just were such a giant thing that I don't want to take apart, including the walkers. All the vehicles actually are not going to be taken apart. The vehicles are.
Yeah. I was like, you should definitely keep both walkers. I think that would be pretty cool.
Oh, the walkers are going to stay. I'm going to make. Honestly, I might keep the two front sections. I'm debating this. I might keep the two front sections with the walkers in place. That way, I don't have to make a new spot for them.
Right. Yeah, I see what you mean. They can always just sit in that area.
Yeah, and then of course I've always got like a little bit of Hoth still built.
Right. I agree.
Then of course the snow speeders and every other vehicle I'm not going to tear apart because of the fact that I could always use them for something else, or I can. It's just cool to have.
Right. Yeah. Vehicles for the most part, it doesn't really make too much sense to take them apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know when it'll pop up again, or they're just cool to have as display pieces.
Yeah. But whereas like the actual battlefield and definitely the actual hangars probably going to be taken apart and used for the next mock. I already actually started figuring out how I'm going to do it. That was like one key thing because I already know the size of how big it's going to be. This I can actually announce, I guess I could say. It is going to be 2 tables long, or basically, I guess 16 gray base plates total.
Okay, that's a pretty good size. So basically, like 2/3 of Hoth.
Yes. So that's going to be the size because Hoth, of course, is 3 tables long, and that's a lot of money going into this. And I don't think the second mock should be as expensive because of the fact that I've already got all these parts for it, so there's no reason to add the extra thing. And plus, I think 2 tables long for this mock is going to be perfect size, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Hoth, honestly, like you kind of have to make it a certain size because there's so much of it is flat land, and you need obviously like the walkers. And each walker itself takes up at least like 3 base plates. So that obviously requires you to have a bit of space. But for your other one, like you won't need nearly as much wide open space.
Yes. As well as, of course, the techniques that I'm going to need. So I've already started figuring out how I'm going to do it, and I'm quite excited to get started on that. So this is the next mock is really pushing me to complete Hoth, so that way I can get closer to working on the next one.
That's how I feel about Vardos. Like Vardos is still very fun to me, but like I'm very excited for my next mock.
Yeah. because it's just the excitement of building something new as well as something else that's really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once you get so deep into one mock, you kind of start thinking, about the future down the line, and then like once you get inspired for that next thing, it's like, oh, I want to do that now.
Yeah, I want to get there. I want to get started as soon as possible.
Exactly. All right, so I actually have to go grab some more parts again. I don't know if I just didn't put it in here, if they didn't have it on the parts list, but I'll be back again. You can hype the chat up, do whatever you'd like.
Okay. If all of you are excited for this week's episode of Vardos, definitely smash that like button. Because I know I am. I'm super stoked for this week's episode. I can't wait to see that tower all lit up. As well as in the comment section, what is your favorite Boyo mock or Rich Boy J mock in the past? Yeah, all the more recent crate. You've got Vardos, of course. You've got all these different versions of Scarif. Let's find out in the live chat. Which has been your favorite Rich Boy J mock? I want to find out. As well as, again, if at all new to this channel, definitely hit that like button. Smash it with your forehead. And of course, if you want to check in to a Hoth mock in process, definitely check out Forever Lego Studios channel. I know that's my channel, but definitely check it out if you want to see an awesome Hoth mock. I'm sorry, Jay. I had to do my self-promoting.
That's cool. I don't mind that at all.
But don't worry. I mentioned to the chat comment what their favorite mock of yours is.
Oh, okay, cool. I'd actually be interested in seeing that. It says the Crate, Scarif, Django Slave 1. Wow. Ooh, I'm surprised because that one's barely a mock, but I guess I can feel it. It's a cool ship to have for sure.
Yeah.
Ballistic Build says, I love this Hoth Hanger TBA. So simple yet effective. The egg swings are so fine. Yeah, that's one I feel like that mock that I did, the Hoth one that I did, doesn't get enough love. Like, that was so fun to make. And
I really love how the hanger looks. It looks pretty freaking dope.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Maddie E says, what are you building? I am working on Inthert's Naboo Starfighter, as stated in the title of the stream.
That Naboo Starfighter I really want to get. As well as that droid tank, the
AAT.
Dude, I really love how that looks.
Yeah, that one's awesome. That's one of my favorite Star Wars vehicles as well. I'm really out of light gray. Man, I'm gonna have to go get some more. Oh, actually, here we go. I need to leave. I have this bag of parts from one of the turrets that I made for Crate on like Resistance turrets, and I have so many just light gray parts in here. Anytime I need anything light gray, I just come to like one of these bags, and I can probably find it. So these things are pretty much.
Isn't that great? Where you just have a bag or a box full of parts that you can find the piece you're looking for.
Exactly, yeah. Where there's like a bunch of useful stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Seagull says, Jay, would you ever buy the instructions for the Ghost? I would absolutely do that.
I really like their Ghost. I think it's probably one of their cooler mocks. Not to say the AT-AT isn't cool, but the one they actually did themselves, I think their Ghost is pretty dang, especially put next to the UCS Falcon.
Yeah, dude, I saw it when I went to Legoland Star Wars Days last year. They had it on display. That was actually the first time I even met them. But dude, that thing is more impressive in person than it is through like video. Like, you really have to see it in person to fully appreciate it because it is insane.
I would hope to see it in person. I don't see me building it anytime soon because of the fact that I don't really have any plans to do anything with a giant Ghost. But if someone ever like takes it to a convention,
Did you watch all of Star Wars Rebels?
Yes.
So if I got the Ghost, I don't know if that would even be physically possible. but my goal would be to take my ETAT and try to build a giant landing platform on top of it, and then put the ghost on top of it, like at the end of Rebels.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I mean, it probably wouldn't work, but I would love to at least try it.
To attempt to get that.
Dude, that thing was like I don't know why, but that was just really cool in the show.
Yeah. Honestly, actually, I know Rebels was kind of you either hated it or you enjoyed it.
That I feel like that seems to be the case for the most part. Yeah, I can
yeah.
see that.
I actually quite liked Rebels for the most part. Like the characters were all right. I didn't think they were too insanely special. I wasn't too big a fan with Ezra Bridger. I wasn't a big fan of him.
Okay, yeah.
But most of the other characters I actually quite liked. But I did like the story. I really liked the kind of building up to of the rebellion type of deal.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for the most part. I thought Rebels was mostly good. I think when it tried to dive too deeply in the Force, I didn't really like that. Anytime Dave Filoni does that, I don't really enjoy it. But other than
that, do you remember that like arc in the Clone Wars that had the Force beings or whatever?
the Mortis arc. I hate that's literally
that one was terrible.
Yeah, I hate it. Like it's just ugh. They didn't get me started on that.
It wasn't needed at all.
Yeah. No, I hate the Mortis arc so much. It just comes off as so fake deep.
Yes. So I agree on that one. I don't like when Dave Filoni dives into the Force.
What's up, Space Bricks Productions?
So Jay, so you have figured out what the next mock's going to be. I'm not going to ask you to release or anything like that. But do you know what like time era it's going to be in?
Yes, I know exactly what my next mock's going to be. I've known it for a while actually. I've been planning it for quite some time, so cannot reveal it unfortunately. Yeah, but
of course.
I don't know. I don't even want to say the time period. I don't want to put too much out there. But
Man,
I think you guys will like it. That's all I'll say. I think it will be appreciated.
If it's that secretive, it must be good. It's got to be good.
I would certainly hope so because I'm putting a lot of effort into it.
Do you know how long it's going to take between ending Vardos and beginning that next one?
I would hope just maybe like 2 weeks tops to get everything taken apart and sorted. I don't really like spending too much time waiting around trying to get the mock apart. I just want to take it apart and start building again. So hopefully not too long.
Fair enough. I'm quite excited to see what it is.
Stormy Brick says Padme's apartment 2.0. You guys keep bringing that up as a joke, but one day I'll actually revisit that.
I just hope one day everyone's just gonna finally stop saying it, and then that's when you're gonna really episode 1 of building Padme's apartment 2.0.
There you go. Yeah, it'll be a surprise.
It's just gonna come out randomly, and everyone's just gonna be so excited.
I'm gonna break the internet.
Who cares about Ralph breaks the internet? Jay breaks the internet.
Exactly.
Oh, bro! I finally ended up picking up that Inferno Squad battle pack.
Nice.
I'm upset. I'm really upset at Walmart though. Okay, so the Inferno Squad battle pack came out in just January.
Right.
And you know that clone battle pack, the Clones versus Jedi?
Yes.
Well, I want to get a bunch of those because of the fact that it's probably the easiest way to get, of course, Phase 1 clone troopers.
Yep.
And, well, Walmart has the Inferno Squad battle pack and the Praetorian battle pack for $12.
Uh-huh.
And the Clone Trooper battle pack is still at $15.
Wow. I'm
I'm so
guessing
upset.
it sells very well for it to still be retail price.
I know there's like 15 in stock, like outside in the actual toy section, and then if I'm correct, there's like some more in stock in the back.
Oh yeah.
I'm just waiting for it to like get marked down to a certain price so I can actually just go out and just like buy a bunch of them.
Right, exactly. I don't think I've seen those marked down. Whenever I go to stores, they usually have a bunch and they're not on sale.
I know it's so weird. You would expect them to be on sale, especially since
The newer
how long have
pre-story
they?
guard battle pack is on sale.
Uh, I'm just surprised that they've kept it at the regular price for so long. Man.
Matthew Parsons says, Jay, when's your next video of the Star Wars game? The next Let's Play will drop this upcoming Saturday. So I skipped the Saturday because we had all those like leaks. Well, they weren't really leaks, but basically they revealed the next wave of sets. So that's why I didn't do a Let's Play that day. But it's already filmed. It's good to go. So you guys shall see.
I have some thoughts on those. The new leaks.
We can talk about that because I haven't really gotten to talk to you about it. So, I mean,
Okay.
be my guest. Pour your heart out.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip over the actual anniversary sets since we've already spoken about it.
Yeah, we've seen those for a while.
I do want to say I do like the box art. I actually quite like that.
That box art is so sexy.
Yeah, it really is. So on the new sets, you've got the two resistance sets. The that red, I just call it the red Tie Interceptor because
That's basically what it is.
it's basically just a red Tie Interceptor.
Yeah.
And then that's I can't remember the that ship's name, but isn't that the one that comes with Princess Leia or General Leia?
Yeah, the Black Ace tie.
Yeah. I think they're interesting looking ships. I don't know about the price range, around $70 for the Interceptor.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit extra money, but I still think it looks like a cool ship. And of course, fans of Resistance are probably gonna get on that one first.
Mm-hmm.
I want to point out I still have yet to see Resistance. I really want to watch it though. I've heard good things and I've heard bad things, but
You should
there's only
definitely
one.
check it out. I will say it's definitely not a bad show. I'll say that much about it.
I just get annoyed when people say it's a kids show. So was Rebels and Clone Wars.
Yeah, I find that very funny.
Then the crud, I dropped a piece. Then the other set, it's pretty decent. I think the ship design is very unique, I guess.
Yeah, to say the least.
I do like the figure. I do like the figures in it though.
Yes, yeah.
Then there's those two fun pack. What is it called? Those two.
The action battle sets.
Yeah, those.
Those are something.
They are quite something.
Do you hate them? Do you love them? How do you feel about them?
I'm in the middle zone. I don't hate them, but I don't love them.
Yeah.
I want to point out that I really like the figures, except that the Snowtrooper and the Snow Rebel have been updated for
Yeah. For obvious reasons.
reasons. I still can't get over that they stopped using the waist capes. I'm so upset.
I don't love that.
The actual detail on them looks fine. It's just I don't like that they're not using waist capes.
Yeah.
But so the figures in both, like I really like that Endor set with the new Scout Trooper. I think that's like the greatest Scout Trooper they've ever done.
Dude, that Scout Trooper is big.
It really is. Like I heard it when before they released the pictures for it, there was rumors that they were updating him. I was like, okay, are they just gonna do it like the last update where they keep the same helmet mold but update the printing on both legs and torso, or what are they gonna do? And then they released that picture, or at least leaked the picture, and I fell in love with that thing. That makes me want to make a little Endor scene.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wish I'm not that set only comes with one. I want a bunch of those guys.
Yeah. Luckily, it's not. Isn't it $30?
Yeah, it's a $30 set, so it's not too bad. It shouldn't be impossible to build up a decent army.
Plus, I would assume like a Target or Walmart to roll back on it because.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's not gonna be too hard. I do agree. I wish there was like at least like 2 scout troopers.
Yes. Hold on one
Then the
second. Stormy Brick says, Jay, that framed Finn picture is Bay. Yes, this is one of my prized possessions right here. I actually got it. I won it in a raffle at Legoland Star Wars Days, so I was very happy to go home with that.
That is actually a really cool poster, or not poster, but frame.
Yeah, no, it's pretty dope. But what were you saying? Continue.
So, I agree. I really wish they had an extra scout trooper, but honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal, especially for a somewhat cheap set.
Right. Yeah.
I assume, at least on Bricklink, I assume they're not going to be too expensive. So if people just want to buy the figure separately, not buy the actual set, I don't think it's going to be too hassly.
I agree.
Then the Battlefront, the I have a feeling I'm forgetting something.
Let's see. Action battle sets, resistance sets.
Anniversary sets we did.
What other sets are there, guys?
I swear I'm forgetting something.
I feel like there is at least one other thing.
Oh, crud. This
the Starkiller base set. That's it.
Oh, yeah. That I'm quite interested in getting.
So you're not, or you are interested?
I am. I'm quite interested.
I like that set a lot. It's a cool little vignette.
Yeah. I actually would love to see Lego just continue doing that. Just as like a small little thing, small series, or kind of a just
like for various battles like that. It's cool. You can put it on a desk or something like that. Like it's nice and contained.
Yeah, like I could totally see them doing it for multiple scenes. Like they could do it on the Death Star with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, or
that would actually be pretty cool. Yeah.
Or Darth Maul and Obi-Wan, or Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Or Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader on Bespin.
For sure.
Like they have multiple choices, so I would really love to see them just continue that and continue to make small little vignettes of little battle scenes. And I really love the new expression on Kylo Ren. I'm quite happy.
Yes, I love his. Oh my god, I just got sliced in the face.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So let's talk about the big rumor, the rumored Tantive 4 set.
I was talking to a friend about this earlier this morning.
Are you excited for that?
I'm so excited for it.
I'm excited too. That's one of the UCS sets that I would like if this weren't coming out for a while and I knew it wasn't. I would like make an effort to go buy the old one because I like it so much.
Yeah,
but I'm so glad that we're finally getting it.
I know. It's been so long since that the playset or the UCS set came out.
Exactly.
So it's definitely due time for the new one.
Hold on one sec. We got a super chat donation. Thank you very much, Patrick Starr. For Patrick Starr. That is great. Thank you so much, man. And we also got Drink Tea in the house. What's going on, bro?
Hey, Drink Tea.
But I'm still in the room, so you can talk. I'm just getting apart from over here.
Okay. So I definitely think I'm definitely pleased that it's due time to get the Tantive 4, and better yet, of course, as a UCS set. And in my opinion, it seems like the 200 UCS sets have been getting better in tech. Well, I don't want to say technique, but in actual look and design.
The UCS sets all look great. I say in the past, like ever since like the Slave 1, all of them looked really good.
It's definitely gotten better since Slave 1. So I'm quite excited to see what it's going to look like, and okay. So when the rumors came in, and of course everyone knew if this was going to come out, they were going to have Princess Leia. I was just assuming that the Princess Leia was going to be the same exact figure from the Death Star sets that came out this year with Luke
Right.
Skywalker and that Stormtrooper. So I was just expecting the Princess Leia to just be that same figure.
Right. But the fact,
'Cause
yeah, we got the leaked figure of her with the skirt. I'm so happy. It really does make me wonder why that didn't come in the set we got earlier this year.
they honestly probably did that just to put it in the Tainted 4 just to kind of give it more hype and more.
Yeah, that give us something unique in that set, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so confusing. There's I'd see I'm a pretty decent builder, but there are some parts of this where it's just like, how the heck is that supposed to be connected to that? Like, you literally just have to take a wild guess.
Oh, are you building that wing? That like edge of the wing?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! So when they officially announced it on their store, I was looking through pictures because I quite like looking at the new stuff.
Right.
And I was looking at it, and I saw the edge of the wings, and it's a large tile connected by hooks. And then I was so confused. I'm like, how in the world is that held in place without falling?
Oh, okay. No, okay, I get it. Okay. No, it's so confusing because okay. This makes a lot more sense now. Because like looking at the picture, like the hook, they don't show it with the hook connected to it. I guess they couldn't make that connection to whatever thing they were building in.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, what am I supposed to be connecting this to? But okay, I got it. All right, thank you. You actually just explained that to me kind of inadvertently. So thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't expecting to help on your build, but yay!
Thank you. That's why I got you here, buddy.
Yeah, that is definitely one build I'm quite excited. But yeah, I also really want to say that I'm quite excited to get a new updated version of Captain Antilles.
Yes, dude, that figure is so expensive. Like, holy crap.
You wouldn't expect it to be too expensive. I know it's only been in one set, but it's especially next to a bunch of other, characters from Lego. You wouldn't expect that figure to be one of the more pricier ones.
Yeah, but no, that's like a $30 to $40 figure.
But it's quite nice to get an updated version of that. I do hope. I was talking to a friend, and we were both talking how we really want to see multiple versions of the Rebel Trooper or the what is it? What is that figure called? It's
the Rebel Fleet Trooper with the big helmet.
Yeah, Fleet Trooper. Thank you.
Yeah.
We were talking and we're like, I really hope that they put quite a few of them in there, just because they of course are prominently seen on that ship.
Yeah, I know. We see that's literally the only place we've seen them, and there's so many there.
Yeah, so especially an interesting way because the only set they released with the updated one is that junior set, which honestly is a good set to get multiples of, but who wants to get multiples of the junior's TIE Fighter?
Exactly. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's just like, I don't really need a bunch of these.
Yeah, especially since the parts are all large.
Yeah,
like,
it's not even like a good set for parts either.
Yeah, it's like, what are you going to use them for? Nothing.
RB Custom says, where can I get the instructions for Inthert's mocks? So his Naboo Starfighter is on Brick Vault. You have to buy them, but he has like his X-Wing instructions for free, so you can check those out on his Flickr, flickr.com/Inthert.
Definitely check out the X-Wing. That X-Wing is phenomenal.
All right, Thea Eggs Benedict Cumberbuns.
That guy's got the greatest name. I'm sorry. He's
I
got.
know, right? Isn't that hilarious?
But yeah, so I'm really hoping they add quite a few of them. Now they don't have to go like overboard and add like 6 of them.
Right, yeah, but yeah, just a good amount. Like 4 would be nice.
Yeah, I could totally see them doing like a Princess Leia, Captain Antilles. 4 would be getting generous.
Yeah.
But in an ideal set, definitely 4. And then I would assume Darth Vader, just because of that, just to add on to the that scene, because I think that would be pretty cool to see a little interior of the first scene from A New Hope, where Darth Vader and stormtroopers just bust down the door.
Yeah,
I think that
absolutely. No, I think they definitely will. I think also what I would really like to see is them make those Rebel fleet troopers, but give them like different faces, you know? Like maybe have
that
a guy with a mustache or something. Because I mean they all have to have that chin strap, which means you can't just put any face on them. So if they give us like, you know, maybe 2 of them with unique faces, that would be really cool.
I think that would be pretty cool. I would love to see like a like you said, like a mustache guy, a regular rebel face with kind of like a smirk, and then maybe like a frightened rebel. I think that'd
Right,
be
yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
But yeah, I am quite excited. I hope they do stick with the $200 price range.
I think it was pretty much confirmed it'll be 200.
Uh, I actually quite like what they're doing with May the 4th to release the $200 uh, uh,
UCS set. Yeah.
thank you. And then in October they released the much expensive UCS set.
Yeah, I'm down with that too. I think it works.
Which especially okay, so if they are most definitely, it's been pretty much confirmed since the Princess Leia figure and the Captain Antilles.
Yes.
If the Tantive Four is pretty much confirmed, I really hope that's going to end up meaning that the rumored UCS Star Destroyer is going to be confirmed.
Yes. Yes.
Because that would be the ideal pair for this year.
Yeah, it's perfect. Like Tantive 4 and Star Destroyer, they go together like peanut butter and jelly.
They really do. And plus, it would work so well with the 20th anniversary sets because of the fact that how cool would it be 20 years of Lego Star Wars and you get not just a UCS Tantive 4, you get a UCS Star Destroyer.
Exactly. Oh man, if those end up being the 2 UCS sets this year, like this would be like a classic year for Lego Star Wars, I'd say.
Honestly, though, and if no matter what, if the UCS Star Destroyer is gonna come out, that is definitely something I'll put aside how much that is.
Like low key, well actually high key. If that Star Destroyer comes out this year, I'll buy 3.
No, really?
I'm dead serious. Like maybe not all this year, but like I will have 3 before that set retires.
That's awesome.
Like I would just love to have a fleet of UCS Star Destroyers. That would be the cool.
Dude, that'd be so cool. Seeing like an actual full fleet. Oh, dude, that'd be so cool to see.
Exactly, because I mean, like, think about it. Like, you think about, you know, the Star Destroyers always really appreciate in value. Like, they get so expensive. So it's just like, I mean, I don't like. It would be really cool down the line to just see, you know, someone with just a giant fleet of UCS Star Destroyers.
I think that'd be a pretty cool setup as well. Just have it set up over a kind of black bottom, like basically black on the right under it, and then the fleet just like floating above that. How cool would that be?
Yes, bro.
Oh, that gets me pumped. That gets me pumped for this year.
I know, man. I'm like struggling with this set. Holy crap! Like this is a challenging build. I don't describe too many builds as challenging, but this one I would say is challenging.
Well, you got to understand it is Inthert. He's got some interesting designs.
That is true, but like I didn't have this much trouble with like the one that did give me a bit of trouble was the U-wing. But like the X-wing, I didn't mess up nearly this much. But like I've messed up quite a few times already.
Yeah, you're getting me frightened to get that set. I'm getting frightened to get it, so I'm worried
I
I'm not going to
I'm
do
sure
well.
it'll be worth it whenever I finish. It's just pay close attention, is what I'd say.
Yeah. Uh, I think one or the next set instructions I'm probably going to get from Brickvault.toys is I really am debating on getting that Zeta class shuttle. I really
Dude,
love
that
that look.
thing is amazing. I have Renegade clones, and I'm probably gonna take his apart to build the one by Cave God because he just did such an amazing job on that.
I was not expecting. I know I know in I don't know if you watch them, but I watched the brick vlogs that uh Mike does.
Yeah, I watch him occasionally. I was actually on one of those at Legoland Star Wars Days. I made an appearance.
Yeah, yeah, I remember seeing that. Um, but I was watching. I was in a few of them. They had like mentioned that we have this tub, and they like kept on showcasing it. And it was just like packed with those parts that it just didn't make any sense. And after they released the pictures of what it looks like, I was like, oh, no way! I was not expecting that because I
Right.
really
Okay. I got you.
I was just not expecting something from Rogue One to pop up into the uh, humongous selection of ships that they have.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
dude, that thing is incredible. I love
yeah,
that ship so much. I
yeah,
mean,
I'm.
the thing about it, like I've been watching Cave God work on it for a while. I just didn't know when he was finally gonna, put out the instructions. So when they finally put them out, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I can actually build one of his, and it's
I actually have. I actually did not see Cave Gods until Brickball released it. Or released the video and announcing that it was part of the store. I had no idea that Cave God was working on it.
I was gonna say you might if you want to keep up with stuff like that, I'd say definitely give his Flickr a follow because he has so much stuff on there. Like he's working on, I guess I showed it off that Kylo Ren command shuttle right now, and I think
Yeah.
they're gonna be doing the instructions for that too.
Oh, Brickball.toys.
I think so.
I would assume because uh, it's definitely a good way of promoting your um, models and ships uh, to be a part of that because of the fact that Brickball is a large Lego channel,
Exactly. Yeah.
and them doing a full on review and releasing it on their stores. I'd assume it'd give you a lot of attention of your creation.
Exactly.
But yeah, I definitely want to. At some point, I don't know what I would do with it. See, that's the only thing with some of these vehicles is I don't know what to do with them.
I mean, you gotta find a big shelf space for them. Like my dude, that Zeta class that I have now already takes up a ton of space, and I think Cave Gods is a little bit bigger too. So
What's depressing is I've pretty much run out of space in my room because, like Matt, I work in my own room.
right,
So Hoth already takes a ton of space.
yes, I can tell like from your videos.
It takes up like the only thing that takes up as much space as Hoth is my bed, and I can't really do
Right,
anything. I can't do anything about that. That's
yeah,
gonna be there. So actual like storaging sets and models and all that, I literally run out of the room.
I feel you.
Like I've got 3 Y wings and that Arc 170. They're all stacked up on each other. I
3
don't.
Y wings. Are they all the most recent ones from Rogue
Yeah,
One?
they're all the most recent ones.
Did you buy those on sale, or did you just like the set so much you were like, I gotta get 3 of these?
Okay, so I bought one back in the actual wave.
Uh huh.
So I bought that one. I actually really love the set. I think it's a great set.
Uh huh.
And then Walmart's during Black Friday, they had it on clearance for $20.
Wow. Nice. Wow.
So I was like, "Yep, I'm not passing that up."
So not only did you pick up 2 more, but you built both of them.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably should have kept them in boxes. I like any new sets. I've made a pact with my friends that any new Lego set that I get, like including the First Order Battle Pack, not First Order, the Inferno Battle Pack, I still have it sealed. I'm not going to be building anything that's Lego set related for a while because of the fact that at the moment, I don't really have any space.
Yeah.
Um, so for the time being, I'm gonna kind of build up a backlog and kind of just keep it as it is. I'll have the sets, of course, and that's the main reason. But I'm just not going to build them. And then I made a deal with a lot of my friends because I've always wanted to do this. Is sometime when I get enough space, I'm going to have like tables set up and have a lot of my friends come over, and we're just going to have a full on stream of us building a bunch of these unopened Lego sets.
I feel you. Yeah, no, that's the life. That's so basically I kind of got to that point before I lived in this house. We were in an apartment and I had like barely any space to display sets. So I just put everything in my closet and I was like, I'll save this stuff and it'll be cool because, I'll always have something to build. If I ever get bored, I'll just pull it out of the closet out and I'll build it. And it just got to the point where, I started doing big mocks. So I always have something to build, and it's never those sets. So now that it's just building up in that closet, it's crazy.
I know that's what's kind of happened to me. So I'm not worrying about building Lego sets because if I'm ever in such a Lego building mood or just wanting to build something, I kind of just grab a pile of parts and just start working on Hoth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because as fun as like building a Lego set is when you do it on the mock you're working on. Other than getting the building out of your system, you're also getting progress done on the actual thing you're creating.
So were there any YouTubers that really inspired you to start working on Hoth, and especially like on YouTube?
Okay, so I've been doing YouTube for almost 3 years, which is actually quite surprising. I actually haven't thought of that for a while. But basically, I think I mentioned in that one stream that I was on with you guys and David Hall when the anniversary sets leaked. Well, not leaked, but were released.
Right.
I think I mentioned, but David Hall kind of got me into building, actually building. And then it was just at multiple different. It was between like Chris Productions and Solidworks Studios, who got me into like, man, I really want to get started. I really want to start my own YouTube channel. I really want to do this and get, start doing that. And after it got started, I just kept on going and going.
Right.
And originally, I'm going to tell you something that most people don't know. Hoth was actually not the original mock that I was going to do.
Oh, what was your original plan?
So I started collecting. I started Hoth actually almost last year. It's almost been a year since I started Hoth. Because I started like mid-February. But basically, back in 2017, like November 2017, I right before I started buying parts to get ready for Hoth, I was figuring out what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And Hoth was one of the ideas, and then there's the two other ones, but the two original ideas was either doing Megiddo, which
nice.
I think that was mentioned in the earlier stream today.
Okay, yeah, I feel like someone did mention Megiddo.
But that was one of the ideas, was doing a Megiddo mock. I actually changed my Facebook pictures to things about Megiddo because I was like, this is really interesting.
Okay.
But then I ended up actually deciding, and I started buying parts. Like I've got like 2,000 red pretty much 2,000 translucent red studs.
Okay.
And I was originally going to do my own spiff on what's the planet? It's crud. What is that planet's name?
It's red studs.
I'm trying. The red studs was going to be lava. It's not Mustafar. It's
Sullust.
Sullust. Thank you. That was the original mock. I was going to do Sullust. And I already started making plans for it, and I started laying out base plates, started figuring out like how I would want to do it, and I ended up deciding that I don't know. This is I've okay. So I've done Solist a couple times in like smaller forms, because I don't know why Solist has always been an interesting planet to me.
From Battlefront, I'm guessing.
Yes, from Battlefront.
Sure.
So it's always intrigued me, and I've made like small little vignettes from it. Like I made a once I made like a 2x2 gray base plates of Starlist. I actually really like that. And then another small one, and then I did one. I did a quick base plate version of Solist back in last year when I went to visit my friend Aiden in Indiana.
Okay.
But I ended up deciding, I'm like, I don't know, I'm not. This doesn't really intrigue me to do a super large mock of, and I started looking around on the internet of really cool famous battles because that was something I really wanted to do because I knew that build series, grows your channel, of course, because of the fact that people enjoy seeing that content of someone doing a large scale mock. Mm-hmm. And I really wanted to do like a more famous mock because, of course, you've got those small or lesser known battles that get a lot of attention. But in my mind, at the time, it's kind of changed now. But at the moment, at the time, I was like, I really want to do like a really well known battle.
Right.
And Hoth was in the back of my mind, and I ended up figuring out that I really wanted to do Hoth because all these really cool things that I really enjoyed because it brings back to the original trilogy, my favorite era in Star Wars.
Right. The best era in Star Wars.
Yes. And of course, I had friends over and we were like brainstorming of really cool ideas to add, and it just kept growing inside me, just like, man, I gotta do Hoth. I have to do this.
Nice.
And I just started figuring out all these really cool vehicles, because honestly, going back like a year, when I was just in the planning stage, Hoth would have been completely different than it is now.
Oh yeah.
Because back when I first started, I was originally going to have like Lego's turret, the that white turret that came in the Attack Hoth set or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I was going to use that. I was going to use that in the mock. I was going to use the crappy Lego snow speeders in the mock. Yeah. It's just most of it was going to be Lego sets, Lego set models. And of course, originally I wasn't going to be tiling over the mock. I was just going to have it like stud showing. And honestly, I was just not. I think if I would have gone the way that I originally was going to plan, it would have been a little bland. Because I probably would have used the Lego models AT-AT. And honestly, I'm so happy that I destroyed that thought in my mind and ended up going with a more superior walker.
Why, thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, no, having that big AT-AT just changes everything. Like, the walker by itself is like an interesting enough mock, but when you can put it in a battle like that, it adds so much to your build, I feel.
It's so awesome to see it when it was okay, so I know I told you about it, the whole mishap of my friend accidentally poking it and it falling over.
Yeah.
But before that incident happened, I just like loved just sitting back in my chair and just looking at the walker towering over the trench in the ground. I could just not get enough of it. I just fell in love with the look of it. And I still have the walker completely assembled. It's just not on its legs at the moment. I actually have it it's actually just laying on one of my kind of shelving units, and it's just laying there kind of in a really cool just displaying look, and I just really love just panning over and just looking at it. It's just an insane model.
That is exactly how I felt when I first got it built up, because that was like the first big mock that I ever made. So seeing it come together, and I dealt with mine crashing plenty of times really because I hadn't really figured out like the whole putting the tire under the feet thing.
Yeah.
I think Cave Guy did that on his, and it made it really stable. So I tried it. I was like, I'm tired of this thing falling. So I finally tried that, and it worked. And it would stand up without falling, and I was so happy. But yeah, man, staring at that thing was just the best.
It honestly is. It's like, it is definitely my favorite thing in my collection, in my Lego collection. Uh,
I can't believe
next,
you're gonna have two.
dude, okay, so have all the parts of the head. So technically, I could start building it tonight. I technically could like build the whole head tonight.
Uh-huh.
But I promised my friend James. I think I've mentioned this a couple times, but he's been kind of helping with Hoff a little bit.
Right.
Basically, he's also really interested in like Legos, and he actually really wants to compliment you on the walker.
Thanks. I'll tell James I said thank you. He is a boy.
He really likes the design of it. But he told me, he's like, if you ever need help with anything, especially with designing something like very difficult type of deal, just let me know and I'll help you out with it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's actually helping me out with the giant spherical cannon for Echo Based.
Yeah, the boob nipple gun.
Yeah, the boob cannon. So he's been working on it, and oh my goodness, it looks pretty awesome. And the coolest thing is I'm gonna give you a little teaser. It is Minifig Scale.
Oh, holy crap! Dude, where are you gonna put that thing?
It's gonna be in the far right corner.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's honestly, I think it's gonna fit quite well. I don't think it's gonna be like too out of place. I'm not gonna put it too high. I'm actually gonna make it somewhat. I think it's gonna be 4 bricks above ground level.
Okay.
But honestly, he's been sending me pictures of updates on it, and I'm just so excited to get it built.
Dude, that sounds so fun.
And honestly, I think it's gonna be really cool because we have a plan to stick a light inside the actual funnel of the cannon, and
Right.
we're gonna try to figure out a way of to make it blink green, and so it's every few seconds or minutes or whatever, it's gonna shoot a green laser out.
Ah, dude, that's so sweet. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. So
Your mom has me so hyped for Brick Fair. Brick World. Like, I think you're definitely gonna have one of the coolest Star Wars things there. Like, I can't wait, dude.
I'm super stoked to get this done. That's why I'm really wanting to get started on the next section as soon as possible. Because of the fact that there's going to be all these different things in the next section. Because you've got the actual mountain of the mountain, you've got the boob cannon, you've got the actual hangar, and there's also a few other scenes that I'm really excited to put in it, including a little spot with a hot tub.
Ooh.
Little teaser right there. So there's all these like different things that need to be accomplished. So that's why I'm kind of trying to get past the battlefield as soon as possible. That way I can get a head start on that, because I know the mountain's probably going to take a little while. I know in this next order, Bricklink parts, I'm ordering like a couple hundred of the 1x4. No, it's would it be 1x? Yeah, it'd be 1x4 slopes. That way it gets me a head start on that mountain.
Right, I got you.
I'm
cool. This will be your first time displaying at a convention, isn't it?
First time displaying anywhere.
Wow, that's quite the way to start out with a giant Hothmock.
Yeah, I'm very stoked. Luckily, Chicago is actually only about 2 hours away, maybe 2.5.
Okay, that's good. Not too bad of a drive.
So it's not going to be too long. I've already gotten friends who are willing to come over and help pack it up and get ready to go. Like I've already gotten the days off that I need, so I'm
Right.
getting. Basically, I got off Thursday, which is the 13th, through the 17th off. Because Thursday, I'm going to have everyone over, and we're gonna basically disassemble Hoth because of the fact that they come out in sections. We're gonna disassemble it, get everything, all the figures in a into bags, saran wrap everything, basically get everything to go. Friday we're gonna leave and set up, and then of course Saturday and Sunday being the convention, and then Monday leaving.
So you're gonna have people come with you to help set it up?
Uh, at the moment, it's not finalized. I know my family's coming, of course, because they want to see it, of course, at a convention.
Right.
But I don't have anyone like officially that have told me that they're specific. They're definitely going. I know James, like I mentioned, just said that he was wanting to go to Brickworld and he would be willing to help. And then a few other friends that have been saying, "Hey, yeah, if I can make it, I'll help." But nothing like finalized.
Right. I feel you.
Um,
Well, if
though,
I'm around while you're getting set up, I'd be more than happy to help you get that thing together. Fortunately for you, I know how to put the walkers up, so I can definitely help.
that's gonna be very helpful. I'm honestly okay. So I'm excited to transport this, but I'm very scared for some parts of the mock. Most of the like terrain, like the actual battlefield, is actually going to be quite simple to transport because of the fact that they're all pretty much stabilized. They're very well built to the point where I'm not going to worry anything falling off, especially if I saran wrap all of them.
Okay.
So I'm not worried about that. The most thing that I'm worried about is maybe the mountain,
Yeah.
as well
But you'll be
as
surprised. I mean, from my experience with Creighton, mountains actually travel decently well. Like the mountain was the least of our worries with getting Crate to places. So I think you might be pleasantly surprised.
okay, cool. But yeah, and then there's the walker that somewhat worries me. I think. Okay, so I know how I'm going to transport it. I'm probably going to take the neck and head off of the body, saran wrap the body itself, and then everything else should be completely fine. I just I really don't want to go to Brickworld and then end up seeing that walker just shattered. I'd
Right.
cry every time.
Well, like I said, fortunately for you, I know how to put it together. So if that happens,
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah,
more than happy to help you out.
yeah. I've also got some kind things from I don't know if you know this, but I'm trying to get into Empire Log.
Right.
And Blaine and Matt have been telling me that I should be getting in the next selection because of the fact that I didn't make it in the last one. I can't remember who made it in, but Blaine actually sent me a private message. He told me not to get discouraged,
Okay.
and like to keep up. And Matt sent me a text the next day, and he said, "Okay, I'm going to be making my executive decision, or what is it? Like an extended vote or whatever. Basically,
Yeah. Basically, he'll be like voting for you to get in. He'll be speaking for you.
yeah, making sure. But he's been giving me tips on like how to continue to make sure that I get in.
Right.
So he's been telling me, he was like, make sure you post on Instagram multiple times, like kind of update pictures of Hoth, kind of give it that what's the word? I can't think of the word, but basically continue posting on Instagram of pictures on how Hoth's looking, so it gives you more ideas on how the mock is looking, and then just some other tips to stick by. And so far, I've been doing everything he's been recommending me to do, and it seems like it's going well. Matt said I should be getting in no matter what in the next selection.
That's awesome, man. You definitely deserve it.
But basically, Blaine also asked me if I was going to Brickworld because he didn't know at the time. if I was going to be displaying Hoth, and I told him that I was, and he's like, okay, no matter what, you should be in Empire Lug by the time Brick rolls around, but no matter what, I'm going to set you up to display with us.
Ooh, nice.
And if you need help at Brick World, we can help you set up. So
okay, that'll be very clutch.
Yes, that's going to be very helpful. Especially since it's the first time I'm displaying somewhere. So yeah, it's definitely going to be useful getting people who've actually done it before's help on it.
Right. So how do you feel? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Or
it's kind of a mixture between both. Like, I'm both really excited to go to Brickworld and showcase this mock. After last year's Brickworld, it just pushed me to announce that I was going to do it.
right.
It just got me hyped. But it does get me nervous, or it has got me a little nervous taking that, as well as getting everything set up. Because I've got, like, in the back of my mind, am I going to get this done in time? Is everything going to go to plan? As well as, like, are people actually going to be really excited to see this? So that's kind of going in the back of my mind. And no matter what, Hoth is being taken, no matter, like, in what state it's going to go. Because I know for the fact that the battlefield's going to be completely done and taken care of by that time. And there should be a huge chunk, if not all of Echo Base done. So no matter what, it is going.
Right, that's a good mind state to be in. I mean, it's really easy to get towards the, like, close to the deadline and be kind of freaking out, like, oh, if I don't finish this is the worst thing ever. But I mean, if you just have to take what you have, like, that's totally okay. Like, you'll have just as much fun. People will love your mock. And yeah, I think that's something that I really had to learn from multiple conventions, just being okay with, okay, like, I worked really hard on this. I got so much progress done. Let me just enjoy bringing what I have.
Basically, still be proud of what you were able to bring.
Absolutely.
So yeah, no matter what, Hoth is going to Brickworld. There's so much money has gone into this, and I've already gotten that week off. So there's no going back. There's no going back.
It's not like you have anything else to do.
Yeah, that'd be very. No matter what it's going to Brickworld, and even if I wasn't going, what the heck would I be doing that whole weekend?
Yep.
Like nothing.
Exactly, man. I'm excited for you. I mean, there's nothing like going to a convention and showcasing your mock. Like, as a builder, like, YouTube is so fun, and I love doing live streams, and I love, like, looking at comments. But absolutely nothing compares to taking your build to a convention. And I mean, just the little kids on their own, like, they're not the biggest Star Wars fans ever. Like, they don't know a lot of the technical stuff, but just seeing the look on their faces when they see a big Lego creation that they otherwise would never see in person, it changes everything. And, like, there's really nothing like it.
Yeah, I'm really stoked to see what how well it is received. I know you guys been telling that it should be well received, but I'm just, like, so excited to see how it goes and how people actually think of it in person. Like, I really love how Hoth looks like in person, but I can't really get everything into an actual video and get you to actually see it in person until you actually do see it in person.
Right, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm excited to see it in person too, man. Hoth mocks are always fun to look at. I mean, they're so recognizable. Like, everyone knows what it is. It's iconic, and you know, people will be stoked to see it, especially with, like, the two huge walkers and the giant base. Like, I can't wait to see it.
I know that Hoth mocks are built, like, quite frequently. I'm definitely not the first person to do a Hoth mock, and I definitely won't be the last person to do it. But I didn't want to do anything from the sequel trilogy, and I didn't want to do anything from the prequel trilogy just yet, because of the fact that with all these new things coming out, you've got episode 8 and Solo Star Wars Story that just came out, and then you've got Episode 9 that's coming out this year, and then you've got all these other different things that are of Star Wars that are coming out with Resistance. You've got the Mandalorian, you got the Clone Wars returning, and other Star Wars things that are coming out this year. And I really just wanted to do something classic and original from from one of my favorite movies, and something that's really iconic to bring back. Yeah, you've got all this new stuff, but you got to remember this classic scene. You got to remember this really awesome battle that still takes the cake from all this new stuff that's coming out.
Right, I feel you.
So that was also one of the things I had in my mind doing Hoth. Is like, I know all these new things are cool and all, but just seeing something done humongously. Like, I really love why am I blanking on his name? Brick Plumber, or
Brick Plumber.
Yeah, Brick Plumber's Hothmock. I don't know why I was blanking on his name. I really love that. I think he did a fantastic job. But like in all mocks, there's of course some things that you can do better, and some things that's with any mock. There's always something that someone can spot out and say, "Hey, I think I can do something different that maybe this person wasn't thinking of."
Right, absolutely.
And that's why I kind of did a little different spin on the trench. I know for the most part, and more accurately, it is kind of a straightish trench kind of thing, where it's kind of flat on the sides, which I know that's somewhat more accurate. But honestly, I really wanted to put my own spin on the trench because
absolutely, it's always cool to see people's interpretations, right? I mean, that's really all this is. Like, this is our interpretations of what we see on screen.
Yeah. And I really loved how the trench came out. Like, especially switching over the tan bricks with the white with the grading. Like, the trench, I think, is one of my favorite things in Hoth. I think it just looks so awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just can't wait. It's sad to say, like, I'm excited to get Hoth done, but I'm also like, I really enjoy working on it, and I don't know if I'm completely ready to finish it.
Oh, there will be more to come for sure. There's always something around the corner to work on. Like, that's the nice thing about Box, right? You know, you can build something now and you can be excited for it, but once it's over, like, there's something that, you know, you're just as excited to get started working on. So,
well, yeah, because I'm super pumped to get started on that next project. Like, I'm super stoked to get that started and ready to go. And honestly, I think, I don't know if people are gonna like this or that more than Hoth, but I definitely think some people are gonna enjoy maybe the outcome of the mock.
Yeah, no, there will be a lot of people who will appreciate that next mock because of what it's from.
Yeah, because I really wanted to do something from that era because of the whole situation that's going down this year.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do something from that new thing that's coming out, and I just couldn't. I didn't want to do.
Hold on, my phone is. Who is this? Hold on.
Is someone texting you?
Yeah, it's M&R and Brickwiz and David Hall and all of those people.
All the cool boyos.
Pretty much.
Oh. But there's other ideas that I could have gone for, but honestly, I think the one that I ended up choosing, I think that's probably the best idea I had out of all the choices. And I don't know. I think it's gonna be really interesting seeing the outcome of what it's gonna end up looking like.
Right. Oh, absolutely, man. I'm trying so hard to make sure I build this thing correctly. This is
Dude, I really love the curvature on that thing.
Yeah, it's really cool. Look at that. I love it. Oh man.
Oof. That makes me want to go out and get the instructions.
I urge anyone to go get them. This is the Naboo Starfighter is amazing. Rebo Bricks, I have Forever Lego Studios on the call right now. Anyone listening right now, and if your interest has been piqued, I definitely urge you to go check out his channel, especially his Hothmok that he's working on. All right, I gotta actually grab a part from this set I have in my closet, and I'm actually gonna pull the set down because we can maybe have a short discussion on it because it's kind of funny.
What set is it?
You'll see.
Oh, you're getting me intrigued.
I think you'll be surprised. Like it's you would never guess what set this is.
So I can definitely get. I'm guessing that it's not Star Wars related.
No, it's right here.
What? No. What? You have the Toy Story Buzz Lightyear Starship?
Yep, I got Buzz Lightyear's Star Command spaceship. So when I bought this, I sent a message to Garrett. I was like, "Bro, look what I just bought," and his reaction was just like, "Wait, you bought that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I wanted it. It's so cool." I really, honestly, the only reason I got it was to get Buzz and Zurg because I wanted to make a mock of like Cloud City, of like the Buzz, I am your father thing. I just never got around to doing it. But like I bought this set because I wanted the two figures from it. And I don't know, it's a kind of a cool set. It's cute.
Oh my god.
every time I show people that I have this, they're just like, what?
Well, you're totally right. I was not expecting that.
But I'm glad I have it because there's actually a piece in here that's kind of rare that I need for the Naboo Starfighter.
Really, what piece?
I'll show you in a GIF.
In a GIF. I just can't get over that, man. That's just, I don't know what to say. Oh.
So it's this piece right here. It's on like the bottom of the ship.
That piece?
Yeah. It doesn't come in a ton of sets. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever actually build this set. But I'm glad I got those figures.
I just can't believe it. I'm just kind of lost for words, so I don't know. I don't know. I guess that is a good thing that you got the set because of the fact that you didn't have to buy that piece.
Yes.
It's always nice
that it's coming in the clutch. Plus, I got Zurg and Buzz Lightyear. That was totally worth it.
It's always nice to. I know I've gotten a lot of hate from some of my friends because occasionally when I'm kind of in a Lego grind or a Lego person's high or whatever, when I just want to continue building and building and I don't want to stop. If I run out of this one piece and it's like an essential piece that I need like one or two more of, I honestly do go around my Lego collection, and if I find a Lego set that has it, and I just really want to continue building, I will take the piece off, and I do eventually get back and buying the actual piece to put it back on the piece that I took. But some sets that haven't been refurbished with the original parts that I kind of took from like either Hoth or other things I've been working on.
Right.
Like the more recent Naboo Starfighter. Okay, so my friend Jonathan, his favorite Star Wars ship in the whole series is the Naboo Starfighter. That's his all-time favorite.
It's a beautiful ship.
That's his all-time favorite ship. And there's this one piece when I was working on the Inthert X-Wing, the front engine piece, for
this right here.
Yeah, that exact piece. So the Starfighter had the ones that I needed, and I didn't have any on hand. And I really wanted to get the Inthert X-Wing complete. So I took those off, and the next time he came over, he saw that the Naboo Starfighter didn't have its engines on.
Yep.
And it's like, what did you do to this beautiful ship?
He's like Anakin. He's like, what have you done?
Yeah. That's almost identical. He tells me every time, he's like, have you fixed it? Have you gotten the part to fix that ship? And I'm like, no, I have not. I will.
That is hilarious.
Honestly, I might just end up buying the parts for that. Or I might end up just getting that Naboo Starfighter, build it, and actually just give it to him.
Yeah.
Just like, sure. Here's a far better Naboo Starfighter.
There you go. So do your friends have extensive Lego collections, or do they just rely on you for the Lego stuff?
It's very complicated. Some of my friends have a decent Lego collection. Like my friend Braden, he has quite a few waves of Star Wars sets. Like if I'm correct, he had the whole 2014 Lego, or the whole 2014 Lego Star Wars wave of 2014. He had all of them.
Wow.
And he had a few others, but for like actual part usage, they usually come from me.
Gotcha.
Like if there's a certain piece that they don't have, they'll ask me if I have it, and usually, if I do have it, I usually just give it to them.
Yeah, I feel you.
But yeah, usually if for actual parts, they usually for most of the part for Lego, just anything Lego, they usually come to me. I know I've had countless times where my friends would actually bring friends of theirs just to show my collection.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Like Jonathan, the guy I told you about just a couple seconds ago, he brought his girlfriend because his girlfriend's a huge fan of Lego Star Wars. Wow. I'm not kidding. And he was hyping her up about Hoth, and he told him, he's like, dude, my friend is building this really awesome Hoth mock. You have to see it. And so he brought over her and then her little brother, who's also a fan of Lego Star Wars. She's like 10 years old or so. And they spent like an hour just looking at my collection.
Dude, that's awesome. I bet you were so proud of yourself.
I honestly was. I was like it was probably the most proudest moment in my entire life. I was just sitting back because they were just like picking up everything, looking at it, just going nuts over everything. And if they had like, what was really cool is they had like certain questions, and I just enjoyed like answering them.
For sure, yeah. No, I love it. Whenever people come over here, they come upstairs and they see the madness going on.
It's just so cool to actually talk to people about these things, especially in person when you get to actually see it in physical bricks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I know Vardos looks insane on video camera, but I guarantee it probably looks 10 times better in person than it does on camera.
I can assure you that is the case. Vardos definitely looks better in person, especially with the lights. Like the lights are just incredible.
Dude, I still can't get over how the tower looks with all lit up. It just
Oh man, I love that thing so much.
Dude, I really want to see that the Corvus. I really want to see the Corvus in person sometime.
I'll have it at Brick World, so you can definitely check it out.
Oh man, I can't wait then. That's something I'm gonna get hyped for.
Stormy says, bruh, can we get a stream with Jay's nephew who thinks Snoke is gold Darth Vader? Dude, that is such a throwback. That stream was so long ago. It's not my nephew, by the way. I have one brother, and he is 13 years old, but that was my little cousin, and yeah, that was hilarious. One of my cousins came on, and basically he thought that Snoke was a gold Darth Vader, and it was just so funny. Like it was
like how long was that ago?
Dude, that was like early last year. Like that was a really long time ago. That was like one of the first crate streams, probably.
Okay, yeah, I started watching you like roughly week 2 or week 3 of building crate.
Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't even honestly, like I didn't even realize I'd been watching you for so long, for a while, because for the longest time, like friends of mine, I would show them like things you've built. Like I showed them a picture of the ATM-6. I'm like,
Right.
I know this guy. I actually met this guy who built this, and I saw this in person at a convention. And they asked him like, "Wait, what? How long did you build it?" And so I went back and I started looking at it. And I'm like, "Oh my goodness! I remember each and every episode of this." I always thought like I started watching you like halfway through Create.
Oh yeah, but you started pretty early. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I was like, when I was looking back, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm actually surprised how long I've actually been watching you.
So how did you even find my channel? I guess were you watching David's crate and then mine got recommended or something?
That's exactly what happened.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's a lot of people found out about my channel that way, so that's not surprising at all.
I had like just finished watching an update of David's crate episode, and like I had refreshed my recommendations, and yours popped up. I was like, huh, this is intriguing, and so I popped there. I clicked the video and watched it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I straight up hit that. I straight up hit that sub button faster than anything.
Appreciate that, man.
Uh, and then of course I went through your channel looking like what else you've done. That's where I found the AT-AT, the Minifig Scale, Falcon, and all that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna continue watching it. And then you guys started streaming again, and I'm like, okay, time to join. Time to introduce myself.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now it was great actually getting to meet you at Brick World too. That was definitely one of the highlights.
That was a blast. I was like right before getting there. I kid you not. I like pulled up at the convention and I sent Garrett a text. I'm like, bro, I'm here. Where you guys set up? And so all that morning, I was like chatting with Garrett. So excited to actually meet you guys. And then I spotted you. For one, I did not expect you were that tall.
I get that a lot, which is kind of weird to think about.
I know on camera you look tall, but like I spotted you out of a crowd. I'm like, oh my gosh.
The little kid was in a Lego store the other day, and he was I walked out because I was in the back doing something, and I come out. He's like, "Are you Rich Boy Jay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I didn't know you were so tall." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm not that tall. I'm not like a giant by any means, but I guess people just are surprised whenever they actually meet me in person." And then it was cool too because I was like, "You want to meet Garrett? He's here too." And he was like, "Is he?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I called Garrett over, and he was freaking out. It was the funniest thing.
That honestly be like the coolest thing in my opinion. Just like someone actually come to your work and
dude, it's
full on.
So the craziest thing that happened. There's two crazy things that have happened. So if for people asking how tall I'm 6'2", but there's two like just insane things that have happened that really made me realize how I guess somewhat popular I am on YouTube. The first time was right after we had Hurricane Harvey here, which was very devastating. So when that happened, it was actually like right around Force Friday. In fact, the hurricane happened earlier that week, and then Force Friday happened like that week, that Friday. So I was like going around looking for like the Lego sets or like not really Lego sets because we had those at my store, but like usually for Force Friday I would go out to the stores just to see like what new Star Wars merchandise they had. So I go out and, you know, they barely have anything because like none of the trucks could get here in the time of the hurricane. But I go to a Target because I'm looking actually for Black Series figures, and I finally find them in like the toy aisle. And there's this guy, he was probably, I'd say he's probably maybe like 16 or 17. He's like, "Wait, are you Rich Boy Jay?" And it was just so unexpected because obviously like I was in the Lego aisle at Target, but I still, you know, I don't expect to be recognized, you know, like that randomly in public. And I was like, yeah. And it was like, oh, like he says like, "Oh, I watch your videos," and he had actually seen our crate mock earlier that year. We took it to like a local Comic Con here in Houston, and he said he saw it there, but I guess we were away whenever he saw it, so he didn't actually get to speak to us. But yeah, like I was so shocked by that. I was like, oh wow, cool. Like, it was a pleasure to meet him and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And then the other thing that really caught me off guard was I was at, what was it? I was with my lug. We were doing like a local display at this I guess like a hobby convention is how you describe it. And I guess they gave us space to display some Lego stuff. So I brought my Hothmok there, and I brought my Jango Fett Slave one because I had just done the Jango Fett Slave one, so I was actually quite excited to bring that thing out.
Yeah.
And while I was there, like I guess these kids were there on like a field trip or something, and I had a kid come up to me and was like, "Oh my god, are you Rich Boy Jay?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he told me he had been watching my channel and stuff like that. And it was just so crazy. Like I really wasn't expecting to meet anyone who recognized me there, but no, it's wild, dude. It's crazy. At no point in my life did I ever imagine like myself being out in public and being recognized by people. But if that had to be the case, I'm glad it's because of my Lego Star Wars career. Like there's nothing better than that.
I think that'd be probably the coolest thing that would ever happen. Is just actually just meeting someone who actually enjoys what you do and
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Just straight up points out like, hey, are you so and so? Like,
yeah,
I've been watching you for a while now. It's just, in my opinion, that's like the coolest thing.
It never gets old, that's for sure. Man, this is such a crazy build. Oh my god. Inthert, how did you come up with this? Inthert is a madman.
He is. Have you seen the inside of his TIE Fighter cockpit?
Yeah, that thing is insane.
It's insanely detailed. Like, I really love the look of it, but holy cow.
All right, I guess I have this correct. This is probably about as good as this thing's going to get.
Dude, I'm configuring Rebel heads. I'm almost done with my sniper ditch.
Okay.
And I'm like, adding some troops to kind of give it a how these troops are going to look like in the ditch. And I've just got like this bag full of Hoth Rebels. They're either the old man Hoth Rebel or the kind of like, what is it? The middle-aged guy. The
General Riken.
Is that?
Is he on active base? Is he like a troop or is he like a general?
No, he's a rebel officer. He's a rebel trooper. I try to figure out what his face resembles. Like he looks like a regular trooper, but he's not. He's like somewhat got a smirk.
The blonde hair, the blonde mustache.
No, okay. So he looks like he actually kind of looks like Han Solo's face.
But he has facial hair.
No facial hair.
Oh, okay. Huh, I don't know.
It's one of the more generic rebel figures.
All right.
But continuing on what I was saying, basically I've got a bag full of them, and I can't really just plop them down and make that look good because of the fact that there's just going to be a ton of these of the same figure.
Right, I got you.
So I'm trying to give the actual characters kind of diversity, so it kind of looks like, hey, no two characters are alike.
Yeah, no, that's something that I really appreciate in MOCs when people go out of their way to give the characters some differentiation.
Because I understand if they just want to keep like the actual natural faces that come with the figures, because it is a lot easier, of course, because all you have to do is just plop down the figure. But it honestly does give a lot more to the MOC if the faces of the characters are different, because it looks like, this character is obviously older. This character is obviously a different species. Dude, that looks insane.
Dude, this is incredible. Like, oh my god. I am in awe. I am in awe.
Oh, you're making me in awe, and I don't even have that in hand. I'm looking at it on a camera.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Stormy says, are you possibly considering having my motorized ATM-6 in one of your MOC showcase videos? I would love to.
Stormy has a motorized ATM-6?
He's working on one. Whenever he finishes up, I'll definitely put that in the MOC showcase. Those videos are doing really well. I'm glad you guys like that because it's
a really cool series.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I've been wanting to do it for a while. It's just, it's something you really just gotta sit down and put the time into it. But I think I figured out a pretty good method of doing it, and it's not a super difficult video to make. And the coolest thing for me is whenever like someone I guess that I didn't know would be watching the video, but I put them in it. Like they'll contact me and they'll be like, thanks for putting me in the video. Or like I saw earlier, this one guy, he actually put it on his story that he was in the video, and he was like, well, I'm too hyped to sleep now. And I was like, oh, like I'm glad I could do that for you.
That's so cool.
My channel has gotten big enough to where like I can really benefit other builders like that.
Yeah. I think it's just a really cool concept for a video series, getting to showcase other people in the community's creations. Because
sure.
For those who don't do build series on YouTube, or they just post it on social media, either via Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, anything like that. It definitely gives their model attention because of the fact that. Well, for one, you're not the biggest Lego YouTuber, but you are one of the higher ones, and much more, in my opinion, you're probably one of the more popular ones and one of the more enjoyable ones to watch, I guess.
I appreciate that. I try.
So it's really cool, I must say, to actually get to see your creation on this guy's channel, who's doing a series on it and showing like all these really cool different models that like maybe you're the only type of person who just once in a while will check out a mock, and then but you really enjoy mocks, you just don't check them out too much. Right. But if you watch your channel, you get to actually see, oh, that's a really cool thing this guy does. I'll have to go check him out.
For sure. Yeah, no, that was really always the plan, like try to give people exposure that would normally have it. Because, I mean, Flickr is just a gold mine for mocks like that. And I feel like with the YouTube kind of community, most people don't really go to Flickr for mocks. They'll often go to Instagram. So for me to be able to bring a lot of that to YouTube, I think is a pretty big deal.
It's definitely impressive. And the way you're doing the videos is actually, it's very nice to see.
Appreciate that, man. That means a lot.
I can't wait to see the next one. I think it's enjoyable because I'll just stop it. When it comes out, I'll usually just stop what I'm doing so I can actually pay attention to the details.
Yeah, I'm glad. I was really concerned, like when I would record them, like I hope people will. I hope I'm not talking too much. I hope people will appreciate the analysis that I give, because that's a big part of it too. Like, it isn't really just for me to just show people like, oh, look what this person built, but like I think I go pretty in depth into like the different techniques they use, the things that stick out to me that I think they did really well, and that was also one of the bigger things I wanted to include in that series.
It's definitely a way to make sure that the audience is paying attention, of course, because of the fact that you're giving facts about like these different design things, and if you're not really paying attention, you kind of have it in the background, you can't really get the total look of how the actual mock looks like, or how that key detail is done. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite series you've got going on, other than Gordos.
Appreciate that, man. So how's that turret coming along? I know you said that's what you've been working on. I know you're working on the sniper ditch, right?
Yeah, the sniper ditch.
Okay. How's that coming along?
For the most part, it's almost done. Again, I don't really have any tiles on hand, so I can't really continue on like outside of the sniper ditch, so I can't add like the tiling around it like the other one.
Right.
But overall, it's coming out really well. I added the 2 grates like I did in the other one, and I think it looks really nice. And then I just finished adding the new heads to the Hoth Rebels. It's so weird because I started getting to the point where I've run out of regular faces, so I've started using like named characters.
That's totally fine.
Like I just used Indiana Jones's face on one. Poe
Yo,
Dameron.
John Cena in our mock had the Indiana Jones face.
Uh, then I also used Poe Dameron's face, and then is it Bastion or Pao? That's his name. Never
The
mind.
alien?
Yeah, the alien that screams.
Yeah, that's Pow. Yeah, dude,
Uh,
if you want to see something hilarious, look up Pow's full name.
Wait, what's his whole name?
Just look it up.
Oof. I'll check it out in a little bit. I don't want to exit out of anything. My computer's in the other room, so I can't search it up on that. Trust me, I'll find out tonight. I'll find out.
Yeah, just look it up later. I don't want to spoil it. I want you to have that. I want you to just see it for the first time.
I'll probably send you a message after I figure it out. Like, after I find out what his name is, I'll probably send you a message like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is his name."
Okay, cool, perfect.
Time to set up the rebel figures.
There you go. And Stormy, hold on. I'm glad that you are enjoying this conversation. It's a good time. I'm glad I did this. It's nice to hop back on the stream and just do something relatively low pressure and just talk with you. And
that's quite enjoyable since the last couple times I've either been on your stream or Matt's stream. I hadn't been for too long. So like actually getting to enjoy conversation and kind of just calmingly. It's actually really enjoyable in my opinion.
I'm glad you think so, man.
Plus, I've always thought it's really cool to actually just talk about Lego with a friend. I've always just really enjoyed those kind of conversations.
Absolutely, yeah. I can talk about Lego all day long. That's why conventions are so fun because there's just so many people to talk to, and like once it's over, it's just like, oh man, like I wish I could stay here forever.
That's one of the things I'm most excited for, getting to actually talk to you, Garrett, Matt, and everyone else in person.
Yes.
I'm so excited to get to actually talk with you guys in person.
I'm sure Matt will agree. There's nothing better than just hanging around someone's mock and just talking Lego Star Wars. Like that is just peak convention.
That is definitely like the best thing you could think of. I'm super ecstatic for this. Oof. I actually really like how this is coming out.
Very nice.
But it's a very nice.
Matt would appreciate that.
I don't know.
We all ended up watching Borat at, I think it was Brick Fair for some reason. And all the next day, all I heard was just Borat references.
Was it just Matt doing the references, or was it?
It was everybody.
Oh my gosh,
that's
something. That's also something like I'm excited to do. It's just like getting to hang out and just randomly have a fun time.
Yeah, no, just chill. It's so fun, dude. Like. You're getting me hyped up for conventions. I'm just ready for convention season to start.
I know. I can't wait. I can't wait for it to come.
Anyone listening in the chat right now, if you ever needed motivation to go to conventions, this is it. It is honestly anything else.
Honestly, though, like I honestly before like you started streaming tonight, I just thought you were gonna do that one stream tonight on Bardos, and when that ended, that was it. So like the rest of the night, I was like, okay, rest of the plan, work on Hoth for a little bit because honestly tonight's like the only night I can really work on Hoth.
Oh yeah, are you working at most nights?
Because Thursday is my only other day off.
Gotcha.
So I've got Thursday off, but I've got stuff going on. I've got I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a pianist.
I do that. Wow, nice.
I honestly
on the piano.
I honestly can. I can do the beginning parts of Cold Like Off.
There you go. Awesome.
Uh, but yeah, I've been doing piano for like 6 years now.
Oh,
Um,
shit. So do you like give lessons or anything like that, or what do you do?
yeah, I get Thursdays are my lesson days.
Gotcha.
Uh, at the moment, I'm learning. I got this really cool Star Wars piano book, basically for a more harder, more adult version of the Star Wars music and piano,
I got.
basically for older people. And I started going through it, and like so far I've learned like the Cantina Band theme
Wow.
on piano. It's so fun to play.
That
Like
is
I kid you not.
one of my friends, his name is Scotty. He's really good at piano, and he knows tons of Star Wars songs. He's a huge Star Wars fan. Like he's the one that made me like when I first met him. I'd say I was a decent fan, but like his knowledge is what really inspired me to like become like a diehard Star Wars fan, and like learn all the obscure characters' names and stuff like that.
That's awesome. But Thursday, but yeah, like I was saying, so Thursday are my piano practice days. So I'm gone for a couple hours because my piano teacher, who I've been, taught by for like 6 years, we do it in not Chicago. We do it in Bloomington, which is only like a half hour away from me.
Gotcha.
So I'm there for like a couple hours, and then. But this Thursday, I've also got something else going on, so I'm going to be gone completely all Thursday. So I'm just not going to have really all too much time, other than maybe like adding a few extra things to it Thursday.
Right.
And then Friday just starts a huge weekend for me.
What is your huge weekend entail?
I work Friday through Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah.
This coming week, and like Friday I can't stay up too late because I work till 10 o'clock, and then the next day on Saturday I gotta get up at 8.
Jeez.
So I can't stay up Friday. I can't stay up Friday night working because of that factor.
I got
And then Saturday after I get home from work around 4, I have to record Hoff. So I have to get everything completely set up and then record Hoff, and then Sunday I can't stay up too much later on Saturday either because I got to get up at 8 o'clock Sunday, and
Jeez, man.
the rest of the week is just so busy. So like tonight is really the only night I can actually get a lot of progress done. Luckily, by next week's episode, like this week's episode should pretty much focus on the sniper ditch, as well as I placed a ton of filler down, so that's something. So sadly, it's not going to be like the most intriguing episode, like a Walker video or something.
Right.
But the next episode actually should be the episode next week is actually going to be really cool because of the fact that I should have a lot of orders in, and let's just say there might be a Walker head completely built.
Ooh, very exciting.
So I know this week might not be the greatest episode, but then you're gonna get that really awesome episode.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, man. That sounds wonderful to me.
So I'm actually quite happy that you started streaming tonight. So other than building, because I honestly, if you weren't streaming, I'd probably be listening to music and just building, which is fine and dandy, you know. But I like having conversations and a full-on thing going on while building, because I'm not just getting tired of building.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a good time.
Yeah. So I'm really enjoying this, I must say.
Okay. Oh man, I'm like, this thing is so nice. I love this ship so much. Everyone says, "Can we get a Starfighter close up?" Yes, you absolutely may. This is what I got so far. Also got the bottom mostly worked out.
That is freaking nice.
This thing is
underbelly.
like Inthert is. Oh my god!
That shout out to Inthert and his vehicles. Like
I don't understand how this is possible.
you wouldn't expect
Powers like these unnatural.
Inthert must be like from the future. I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a robot. Like no lie.
He's got to know some information on these techniques.
Yeah.
Like what person knows about these techniques other than him?
Dude, it's insane. How is this?
He's got some wacky things, and I love every bit of it.
I'm sure.
So Jay, I have a quick question. What is a mod that in the back of your head that you would want to build at some point in your life?
I want to answer that. Just give me 1 sec because I'm trying really hard to figure out what the heck is going on with these instructions.
No worries. No worries.
Okay, is that how does what? That's in there. How does that even make sense? What?
It's because it doesn't make any sense.
Apparently it doesn't. This is so confusing. Yeah, I'm guessing. Here, let's try that out. Okay, what?
Oh, also, quick note. I tore up that little divot or whatever between the one section that had a bunch of light gray, dark gray, and white mixture that kind of went down one brick.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know I mentioned like a couple times I was wanting to tear that apart and kind of raise it back up to the regular height. And I officially did that. I was like, I'm so tired of having this here. I really want to make another snow mound in this area, and I just don't. I don't want this here anymore. So I was like, okay, that's another add-on, and that's also kind of what got me into doing the sniper's ditch tonight.
I got you. Also, Lego Soldier 82, Inthert does not have a YouTube channel. He's on Flickr, so flickr.com/Inthert. You can find his stuff there.
I wish Inthert had a YouTube channel.
That'd be great. I'm trying. What in the?
I honestly would be subscribed in like less than 1 second.
I'm so confused about what is happening here. Like, this does not look possible.
Well, at what part are you at?
I'm on the engines. Like, what? Okay, so
if Enther's in the chat, can he help give you some tips?
Why did they do this way? This is so. What? Okay, so it has. I'm guessing that has to be there. Maybe.
Where that's is gonna be. Okay, I think that's pretty good size. Man, I'm so upset that I don't have any tiles on hand.
Yeah, not having those tiles can really put a halt to production.
It really can. Like, all I want to do is just like tile this completely over so it looks so much nicer.
Right.
Because on the spot that I'm working on, I have like this one corner that is part of the snow mound in the middle, and so I've got this little bit of tiling in this one corner, and then the rest is all stud covered. It's like I'm so upset.
Okay, so this goes in there.
Okay, that's a pretty good.
I don't think it's possible for them to have made this any more confusing. Okay, so this first, and then when you flip it, okay, so then that.
Inthert is like the mastermind in techniques.
This is making my head hurt.
Now I'm really worried to build that.
Dude, what the heck is like? I really wish he was in the chat right now because this is.
Wasn't he in the chat a little bit ago?
I don't think he was in the chat on the first stream. I don't think he's been in the chat on this stream.
Ooh. I know I saw him in one of your streams.
Like, what the heck? Why would you do this? Hold on. I guess hold on. I think they included a video where they build this thing.
I can't believe you done this. Another model I think is really cool from that store is probably that sand crawler that they have, that giant minifig scale.
Dude, that thing is godly. I saw that at Legoland Star Wars Days too.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did I totally miss putting a part there? Oh crap. No, I did not, but I just ripped this off for no reason. That was not
That
good.
is something. That is like something that I would always want to build, but probably never will.
So the guy who designed that, the instructions weren't available for the longest time, but I actually found someone who had basically built it basically just looked at the pictures of it and built their own LED file of it. And I bought the files from that off of him. And I had them on my computer for the longest time. I just didn't build it because I had no room for it. But now that they have the step-by-step instructions, like I'll definitely build that at some point. I love that ship so much.
It's such an, you wouldn't expect like a sandcrawler to be so iconic, but it really is.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Okay, so they included this video to show you how to build this thing, but it's not for the part that I need help with. So now I feel stupid because I'm guessing it isn't that difficult.
That's pretty sad.
I know.
I'd probably be quite upset if I found that out. This whole time I was like, maybe they had trouble with this, and so they decided to show it as well.
Nope, not at all.
Then your dream's just crushed.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. Okay, so this, then another one. How am I supposed to do that? Please explain to me how the heck I'm supposed to. I'm sorry, guys, this is really making me mad. They basically, I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but they basically, so look at this little assembly right here, right? And there's these two, look at these two axles. So they want you to put this one on first, and then this one on second, and then they want you to put these little washers in there and connect them to that axle in there. And I'm just like, what? So if I do it the other way, like obviously put them on first, that would make sense because that's the only way that doing that is even possible for a human with normal sized fingers.
Yeah.
But then it's like not obvious what you're supposed to do next. Or like how far they're supposed to go in. This. So if I
what's the next part?
This makes me so mad. This should not be this difficult. This should not be this difficult to figure out.
Okay. How many cheese slips on me?
I swear, I've never struggled so much with a build.
You wouldn't expect a build like that to be too difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
Then again, Inthert does have that mystic way of building.
Like, that's not. That's,
He's got to be holding it in his right hand or left hand. Oh, excuse me. What's the next part to the build?
this is literally the last part. It's these two engines, and then I'm done. And I've been sitting here on this engine for the longest time.
Like, what's the next step after you put the axle pieces on the axle?
Trust me, like this is not an easy thing to figure out. Like I couldn't even explain it to you. Like it's just I don't know what to think of this at this point. Like this makes no sense.
Dang, I think there's a Star Wars joke that can go really well with this, but I can't think of it.
The joke that goes really well with this is, what's smarter than this? How did we let this happen? What's smarter than this? Okay, so that.
Oh no! I dropped some parts. Rip. Okay. I want to add another one of those there, though.
Very funny, Screaming Seagull. Very funny.
What do you say?
He says, it seems like you can't insert the part.
Oh, my spleen. It hurts.
My scapula.
My leg.
Dude, this should not be so hard. I feel so stupid. God, I swear, I am not a bad builder. I am a pretty decent builder. I should be able to figure this out.
Jay, would you say you're a master builder?
Yes. Well, not really, but still, I should be able to figure this out. This is not that hard. But it is. Like, what?
Jay, so for Matt, I'm going to say that this once. She said, hey, that's what she said. I'm sorry.
I don't have time for games.
Tell me now.
Jeez.
I've never seen you this frustrated.
This is insane.
Are you on the verge of Anakin freaking out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go kill some sand people.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Crud, I don't have any more of those slopes. How long have you been stuck on that one thing?
Too long.
It's sad when this happens.
I got to the point now I'm just being creative. I'm just going to try something and see if it works. Because I am just so over this thing.
You just wanted to get it taken care of and done?
Yes.
I know that feeling. I'm going to place that piece.
I swear, I have built many Inthert models, and this one is easily the most complicated. I built his freaking U-wing, and this is more complicated.
How difficult is that U-wing?
The U-wing is somewhat difficult. I had to like edit some pictures to mirror them to make it a little bit easier to build from. but it wasn't too bad in the long run. This, on the other hand,
I can't remember what Ewing or the Brickball selling Brickball using.
I don't know the guy who made it, but it's not Intherts. Okay, here. I think this is gonna be it.
That looks correct.
It just should not have taken this long to do. How much was the LED file? It's not an LED file; it's a PDF, but it was I think like $13, something like that.
Hey, chat, can we get an F in the chat? You know, for all that time spent.
For real though.
Just a big
chat for my suffering, an F for suffering. So fortunately for you guys, I had one order that didn't come in today, and I was able to basically replace all the parts with stuff from my collection, but the one I didn't have was the back of this engine, so I'm not going to be able to fully complete it, like I mentioned earlier, but I'll be able to do most of this engine.
I hate when that happens, though. When you have every single part for that, and you get to start building it, but then you don't. You find out, oh no, this one part was not ordered.
Yep.
Or at least hasn't.
Pretty important part too.
I know it's always the most important part that you're missing. It's never like a part. Oh, I can substitute that. No, it's always the one piece that you need specifically.
All right, guys. I think I got the engine situation pretty much figured out. Thanks to everyone who stuck by me during the tough times.
During the dark times.
The dark times.
Before the Empire.
Or the Empire. Or the dark times.
Oh my goodness, Jay. So I don't want to give any spoilers until you've answered me this. Have you at least heard of the story Inferno Squad? Like, have you either read it or listened to it?
I have not done either of those things, but I don't care if you talk about it.
Oh my gosh, I just finished it today.
Oh really?
Yeah,
if it's amazing, then don't tell me because I actually do want to listen to it.
I won't give any like insane things. But like I just finished it, so I didn't read it. I listened to it because it's sometimes a little easier just to listen to it than read it.
Oh, dude, Star Wars audiobooks are a blast. It's definitely worth listening to them.
Yeah, because it's very enjoyable. Because all I'll do is I'll like put it in the background when I'm doing something. Like if I'm either doing a chore or if I'm working on a project or something I'm working on, it's just always enjoyable to have that in the background. So you're listening to this really cool story.
Absolutely.
But I've been listening to it, and in total, it's like a 10-hour long book. So I've been listening to it for a while, but I finished it today, and oh my gosh, that book is insane.
Okay, like, I have to listen to it now. That sounds amazing.
You have to. Okay, so I know you know about the fourth Inferno Squad member.
Yes.
So there was a fourth one, another female, and oh my goodness. So I take it you assume she dies.
Yeah, I know she died.
Yeah, well, the way she dies, I'm not going to tell you because I want you to like. You're going to be very surprised how she does. Okay. But her story is actually really cool.
Is she alive for most of the book?
Yeah, she's alive till like the very end.
Oh wow! Okay.
Because the end, I will give you the somewhat of a spoiler. The end basically picks up where the beginning of the game does.
Okay. So she died on Endor?
No, she didn't die on Endor.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what happens in the end of the book? It basically ends right before Endor.
Okay, I got you.
Like I'd say like months before the Battle of Endor. If I'm going, if my timeline's correct, I could be completely wrong. But it's just an insane story. Like, it shows you like how Del, Hask, and Iden actually grow as a group, and when Hask feels betrayed by them, like in the game, it's actually a lot more. At least in my opinion, it's a lot more heartfelt, or more. You feel like a time, like a lot more worse for Hask being betrayed by your friends.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because Hask in the book, it shows that Hask and Iden actually have a huge story, a long story before Inferno Squad was made.
Oh, okay.
So they actually have a past before everything picks up.
Huh.
So in his eyes, Iden betraying him is actually much more. It's, it's just it's so insane, and the story of it all is really cool. And there's actually a character I was thoroughly shocked to find out who this character was. It is a character that was shown in. Okay, I'm gonna admit this one point. It is a character we have seen on a certain show. I'll admit that's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say on him. But overall, I was not expecting it until it actually happened. And when this character's announced, I wasn't expecting it. She found her basically. He was keeping it a secret, and I didn't found out going through his personal belongings because of a mission. And when you listen to the story, it'll make more sense. But when she finds out about it, and she says the name to him, my jaw literally dropped.
Oh.
I was like, "What?"
Well, you've definitely sold me on it. I gotta go check this book out now.
I swear you will not regret it. It honestly is probably my favorite audiobook.
Really? Okay. Huh. I've
There's a few
only
others.
listened to Bloodline, which I thought was amazing, and I listened.
I've yet to listen to that. I know I really want to listen to it. I just have yet to do it.
I listened to that, and I listened to Catalyst. Catalyst was really good too. That was like the Rogue One prequel book.
Yeah.
That was it was so fun listening to that because I literally basically like was listening to it in the theater and like on the last few pages like it was leading up to.
Oh, that's cool.
So like as I literally finished it while I was in the theater before the movie started. It was so exciting. So I was like, I gotta finish this thing.
Oh, that'd probably be the coolest feeling going into the movie, right, finishing off the book.
Yeah, no, it was so exciting.
The only audiobooks I've listened to so far have been the Inferno Squad. I listened to one of the Thrawn books.
Oh, okay.
I've also other than Inferno Squad, probably my favorite is the Kenobi book.
Okay.
I actually met the author at Comic-Con one year, and I got the book signed by him.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
So like I actually read the book. I own the book, and I read it. Like I actually read it, and then a while back, like last year, I went back and listened to it by audiobook. But yeah, then I started after I finished that. I started Inferno Squad. So I was like, that's like one story I really want to listen to. And then I haven't figured out what the next one I want to listen to is.
Yeah. Oh, I want to say Screaming Seagull. I saw your comment, and that's actually true, and it's who I think it is. I'm very disappointed that you told me that because I would have liked for that to have been a surprise.
Wait, what did he say?
I don't even acknowledge it because I don't want you to confirm or deny it. But I just wanted to put that out there.
I hope it's not. It isn't. I'll admit it's a character you wouldn't expect.
Okay.
I hope he didn't. I really hope he didn't spoil it because it was really surprising. At least to me. I don't know how other people took it. Like other people could have taken it a little differently, and maybe I don't know. See, I don't even think anyone would have guessed this character.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if they did. Kudos, but hopefully they didn't just spoil it for you. But honestly, you definitely need to give this book a check.
I will. I feel like I have to. I mean, I'm building Vardis, right? And it makes sense.
Yeah.
To do it.
Honestly, though, it makes sense to listen to it, especially if you want to learn more facts about like Iden, Hask, and Dell.
For sure, yeah. I love the story of Battlefront 2. I was like, I loved playing through that story so much.
Dude, I still go back. I've beaten that game a couple times now. I just always enjoy just going back and replaying it. It's just so enjoyable.
It was very enjoyable.
But honestly, it'll probably make you like some of the characters far better. And I'm going to point out that Del Miko is my favorite character from Inferno Squad. He's
yeah. I
like
really
my
liked him after that mission he had with Luke on Pilio.
That was a fun mission. I really enjoyed that one.
Screaming Seagull, thanks for the donation. He says it's not who you think it is. Sorry though. Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to be rude there. I'm very sensitive to spoilers, and I try to be respectful for people with that. So like, I like having a spoiler safe zone. I know that book came out forever ago, but I do intend on checking it out. So I like for my surprises to be surprises.
Yeah. But yeah, so Del Miko is like my favorite character, and this book made me like him even more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you seriously need to check it out at some point.
I definitely will now. No, you've totally sold me on it.
Oh, I just can't get over it. Like after I finished it, I've been on talking to my friend Aiden because he's a huge fan of Battlefront 2 as well. And I've been talking to him about this book. I'm like, you have to listen to this. So I think I sold him too.
Okay.
It's just a really well written book. I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Oh, back to my one question I asked you a little bit ago. What is one mock that you want to make?
Hold on, you're like lagging out. Say that one more time. And yes, the PDF did have a parts list.
Hello?
Hey. Yo, can you hear?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. You're totally lagging out right now, bro. Dude, we can't hear you like at all. Are you alive, sir? Looks like he muted himself. Hopefully he'll get that sorted out. Are you there, Hunter? Everett says, Rich Boy J, are you happy with the build? Yeah, I love the way it looks. Now that I've got this engine situation sorted out, I am very happy with it. It's a beautiful ship. Check the DMs. What we got? You need another invite? Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. The new invite has been sent. Everett says, that's great. Can't wait to see you swoosh the build around for us. Oh, you will definitely see me do that. That's my favorite part of this thing.
Hey,
Speak?
Am I alive again?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're good. All right. So what was your question?
Okay, so before I just died, so my question was, what is the one mock you want to make in your lifetime?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I always tell people this, but Geonosis is like my dream mock. That's the one that I would just go all out on. It would be just massive, and I would just load it up with ships, and I would basically just do every scene from the end of episode 2. So I would have, part of it be the droid factory, part of it be the big arena, part of it be the hangar where they fight Count Dooku, and then the big middle part of it will just be the giant battle with the big like donut hole sphere ships that the trade federations have, and just all types of crazy stuff like that. It would be insane.
That would definitely be a mock to see.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing that's stopping me, and this is something that I've wanted to do forever, but like the biggest thing that's preventing me from doing it is just the lack of parts in dark orange. Like there's no easy way to get like the big slopes in dark orange. So at this point, I'm really not able to do it.
Yeah, I was probably I know I was price checking those pieces a couple weeks ago because I wanted to again before I decided on the one mock that you know of. When I was looking at parts for Geonosis, I was checking. I'm like, oh my goodness, these parts are quite expensive.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no feasible way to do that right now. So
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully down the line those parts will be available, but in the meantime, there's just no way.
Hopefully, because most Geonosis I can't speak. Most Geonosis mocks are either made in they're either small with the dark orange or they're really large with the tan.
I see that, or I see a lot of people do brown too, and yeah, like those they just don't seem correct to me. Like I think that
I don't like what kind of brown, like reddish brown, or
I see the reddish brown. I've seen that a lot.
that just doesn't look correct though.
Yeah, it's not ideal at all. But I mean, for the options we have, I understand like people got to work with
Yeah.
what they can work with if they want to do a Geonosis mock, but hopefully Lego will make those parts more readily available. I think the big orange slope has only come in like one set ever.
I don't even know what set that came out in.
It was this old random Harry Potter set.
Oh.
It was a tiny set too.
Which that'd be weird that it's so rare. If it was a tinier set, usually those are the ones that
Right, yeah,
have.
you think that, but I think the fact that it was in such a like an old set that they haven't made it in so long, like
Okay.
people wouldn't have bought dozens of that set back in the day because people weren't really trying to stockpile parts for the Bricklink store.
But nowadays, if a Bricklink seller finds sets on sale, they usually just
Swoop
go
them.
nuts and buy dozens of them.
Exactly.
But hopefully they do mark down because I would love to see you try and work out a Geonosis mock.
Yeah, man. There'd just be like Republic dropships everywhere, ATTEs, gunships everywhere, just pure destruction. It would be wonderful.
Dude, that just sounds like I can't. That just sounds like the coolest thing in my opinion
Yeah.
because of the fact that I don't know if I told you this, but Phase 1 clones, of course, are my favorite clones as well.
They are my favorites as well.
I think Phase 2 clones are fine and all that. They're very handsome. Um, I think I do think it's really cool to have like a decent amount of them. But there's just something from Phase 1 armor.
Oh yeah, dude. Phase 1 armor is just peak clones to me.
I
That's
know.
what it's at.
Well, because for most of the Clone Wars, that's what they used. It was the Phase 1 armor.
Exactly. The clones I remember had Phase 1 armor.
Yeah. So, like seeing seeing mocks like filled with those guys, especially like I think Phase 1 clone troopers with colorized arms or basically who belong to squads are fine and dandy. But I really love seeing like a plain white clone just in a giant battle. I think that's just like the coolest looking.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm right with you on that.
Um,
I don't know. I didn't love the fact that we started getting so many squadrons with like the Clone Wars in Episode 3. Like I feel like it complicated things, and like now it's cool, right? Because I mean, there's just so many different clones that you can do. But I like the simplicity of this. The Phase 1 guys, and you had your 4 ranking like higher ups, and that was it. It kept things nice and simple.
Yeah, I'll admit, like I quite like the different varieties of characters in the clone army. Like I love Captain Rex and Cody. Fives is my all-time favorite clone.
Bro, can we get an RIP in the chat for Fives though?
Rip, dude! I remember seeing that episode for the first time. I kid you not, I shed a tear. I shed a tear.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
Freaking Fox shoots him in the chest.
Dude, can we get a can we get a D for disrespect in the chat for Fox?
Can we talk about how Fox was the original traitor?
But really though, like he did not have to kill him, and it made me bad too because like, I mean, Palpatine clearly like told him something about his plan in that room, and Fox just sided with him anyways. Like it was,
honestly, he could have just stunned him. He could have like stunned.
Exactly.
That's all he had to do. No, he had to freaking shoot him. That's why I think Fox's armor is cool, but overall Fox is just not a clone that I like.
Yeah, I prefer Thorn to Fox.
Thorn was a awesome clone. He went out like a soldier.
Dude, Thorn went out like a G.
Freaking he held up against so many battle droids.
Yes.
He is the OG clone. And Fox is just like disgrace. He's just a disgrace. I'm happy what Darth Vader did to him. He deserves.
What's up, Noah? Noah, to be fair, I am not like I didn't. This is not a continuous stream. I did stop for a while. I started back up.
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago. How long have we been on for this stream?
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm so happy when I found out that Darth Vader killed Fox. He deserved it.
Did he? When did he kill him?
It was in one of the Darth Vader comics.
Yeah, that's right. Someone told me that. That's right.
That he disobeyed an order from Darth Vader or whatever, and Darth Vader pretty much choked him.
Good.
He deserved it, though. You honestly can't feel bad about it.
Oh, I don't feel bad at all. That is good. That news brings warm feelings to my heart.
Honestly, though, like freaking rip in the chat for Fives.
A rip for Fives and a D for disrespect for not Thorn.
Fox. Disrespectful.
That being said, I would love to get a minifigure of Phase 2 Fox.
I know. Honestly, I do want to say I do miss that I didn't get with that Phase 1 Clone Wars clone version of Fox. I remember when that
figure. He was in that original
Spider Droid. I remember when it came out, and I always wanted to get that figure because at the time I always thought it was really cool getting like the commanders and captains. But I was like, I always wanted to get Fox, and I never did. Overall, if there's any like character that any like clone character that is named, like I want to admit that I'm not the hugest fan of okay, so I want to point out that I do like Clone Army Customs. I am a fan of their like Captain Rex and different commanders and captains.
Uh-huh.
Uh, though I'm not a huge fan of their like Phase 2 clones.
Dude, their face like I don't like
It,
their face two clones at all. The helmet is just wrong. Like it's
yeah,
just, like there's no way around it. The helmet is incorrect.
yeah, that does bug me. The Phase 1 clone troopers don't really bother me because if I'm correct, aren't they just the same mold as the Legos?
They're not, but they're they're pretty close, I believe. I don't think it's the exact same mold as Lego though.
I can't remember. It's been a while since I've checked. Um, but it if there's any like clone I want to get that's named, like I have from Clone Iron Customs, I've got their Captain Rex, Commander Cody, Gregor, and Fives. I've got those characters.
Nice.
So if there's like any other named characters that I want to get, so like for actual clones or stuff like that, I just buy like the actual Lego set version because I think theirs is fine and dandy.
Yeah. No, I'm banking on Lego giving us more like named clones sometime down the line, especially with the new series coming out.
Well, I would assume that they'd be giving us a Bad Batch since they're going to be in season 3. I almost said season 3, season 8.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
I would at least hope so, and I hope they give us a Captain Rex better than the last one, the last atrocious.
Guys, this thing is beautiful. Oh my god.
Oh my, what?
Like I said, I'm missing this part. It's coming in the mail tomorrow, but I wanted to do this stream tonight. That's why it's not there. But man, this thing is so nice.
That thing's beautiful.
To the bottom. Oh my god.
Dude, and there's got like the most unique underbellies on vehicles.
It's incredible. This thing is incredible.
How stable is it?
I'd say it's decently stable. You don't want to get anywhere near the back of it, but it's definitely swooshable. It's not gonna fall apart in your hand. So
you can fly it around your room.
Oh yeah, like I can shake this thing around. Nothing's gonna come off. And then of course the cockpit can open up. Cockpit looks really nice.
That's so. That is.
Once I figured out the engine situation, this gets a thumbs up from me.
I think you've pretty much sold me on getting the instructions for that.
I'm glad. It's well worth it. Well worth it.
It's definitely going to be one of those ones I pick up. Honestly, I'll probably pick that up and then pick up the AAT.
They actually have a bundle. There's a discount if you get both. I kind of considered it, but I was like, nah, I'll just do this for now.
I'll probably get the bundle then.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a pretty cool bundle, getting both the Starfighter and the droid ship.
And Everett, yes, the Naboo Starfighter cockpit is technically supposed to slide forward. I don't mind it being like this. Like having it slide forward that's kind of an unreasonable expectation for a build like this. Like I don't know how you would accomplish that.
Especially with keeping it like that.
I'm more than happy with this. Also, someone donated. I totally missed it. I'm so sorry. Who was it? Oh, Chris Custom Brick Creations. Thank you so much for the donation. He says, "How do you feel about Echo coming back?" It's cool. I'm glad to see that. Is he the one?
Oh yeah. That gets me so much pumped.
Garrett told me about. So like have you watched the unfinished episodes?
Yep, I watched all the unfinished episodes.
So I have not watched all of them, but Garrett told me, isn't Echo the one that they have like hooked up to a machine?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that kind of sounds depressing.
It is depressing. It's honestly, it is very sad finding out that he lives.
Yeah.
Honestly, they probably should have gave him an honorable death. If I'm being
right, yeah, he'd be better off that way. Just end the suffering.
Because he looks like he's had a rough time.
Yeah.
But that does get me excited because Echo is another favorite of mine.
Man, I love this thing.
That is so dope. Inthert never ceases to surprise me.
Man, he just killed it with this. I gotta figure out a way to like put this on a stand or something like that.
Didn't it come with a stand? Or the instructions come with a
Mm,
stand?
no, they did not.
Oh, what? I know the X-Wing does.
Yeah, the X-Wing absolutely does. This one, there's no obvious way to put this on a stand. Maybe I can. I was just gonna build a makeshift one real quick, so I can at least like. I don't want to sit it down and have it like. I guess this isn't too bad, but I would like to have it
Like floating in the air.
exactly. Let's see.
I know that feeling.
Where's my clear parts bin? Actually, I don't even think it's in here. That's the thing about working on Vardos, not in this room. Like, I'll be working on something in here and be like, "Oh, let me grab this bin," and be like, "Oh, it's in the freaking game room."
It's been a while since I've seen you working in this room because most of the last streams have been in your main Lego room with Vardos.
Right? Yeah. No, it's kind of weird. I haven't been in here as much as I usually am.
Because I remember when you were doing the for Crate, you did the Tie Fighter, you did the ATM-6.
Yeah, I did all those in here. Good
Man,
time.
back in the days.
Jay, quick question. If you don't want to answer, no problem. How do you become mod? It comes on like a need basis. So if I need mods, I will assign mods. I assigned 3 new mod positions earlier because we were having some spam issues, but
It's like wait for a stream that's getting overrun by spam and no other mods are there.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just be available. If you come to streams frequently and I can like recognize you and I know you're a good contributing member, that gives you a pretty good shot at getting a mod, becoming a mod. Man, the thing is, I'm trying to build a quick stand for this, and then I'm gonna head out because I'm tired.
Trust me, I got that feeling. I'm probably after you stop streaming, I'll probably finish up quickly and then probably head to bed. Either that, or I'll probably go play video games.
Of course. Stormy says, "How do you display at a Brick World convention?" Well, you gotta sign up for it first. That's the most important part.
Yeah, that's number one.
Website, yeah, register for it, and then there'll be a spot for you to like put in what mocks you're gonna be displaying, and then bada boom, bada bing, you're in.
They don't just let you in at the door with a mock.
Unfortunately, not.
How cool would that be, though? You just walk up.
No, that's a terrible idea. It'd be so unorganized.
Very unorganized. I still need to get my tickets for Brick World. I need to get that taken care of.
I figure I'll do that at some point. I would eventually do it.
Oh,
okay, do you still look at the Lego store? Yes, I do.
So Jay, have you finished the Boil Lounge, or are you close to finishing it?
I'd say I'm 20% done. I haven't been working on it extensively, but I've been doing a few things here and
there. Is the actual build done, or is it just needing figures?
Oh no, the build is not done. Like I said, I'm like 20% into it, so I'm still adding stuff into it as I go.
Dude, I can't wait to see that Boil Lounge.
I think you'll like it. Like it's gonna be pretty freaking sweet, in my opinion. All right, here I built a little makeshift stand for it. This is literally just what I did. So now it can set up on its own. All right, man, this thing is beautiful.
That he really did an awesome job on that.
Shout out to Inthert. You are a great man.
And he really is.
And a good friend.
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you. Always. I guess he says the force will be with you always.
Oh yeah. That is what he said.
Han Solo says, "May the force be with you."
And Chewie shrugs at him.
All right, guys. So I appreciate everyone who came in and checked out this illustrious stream with my good friend Forever Lego Studios. It was so fun getting to talk to you, man. Like,
I really enjoyed it.
And I will love to have you back on at any time. Just let me know and I'll bring you on. It was a pleasure.
I was not expecting to end that off with end off my night on stream with you. Thanks again, man.
Yeah, for sure. And then, of course, everybody in the chat right now, make sure you go check out his channel, drop him a sub. He's working on a huge Hawkmock right now. It's incredible. So definitely go show him some love.
Big old huge mock.
Drop a comment in the chat, Hunter, so they'll have an easy pathway to your channel.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, before you head out, just drop Hunter a quick sub, and you are free to leave.
Bro, thanks again for having me on. I really enjoyed tonight. It was actually probably one of my favorite streams. That was fun.
Oh, same here, man. It was fun. It was a really good time. I'm glad I finally got this thing done. I guess aside from that missing engine piece, but that'll be resolved tomorrow.
Dude, I can't wait to see it complete.
Now all I gotta do is build like 3 more of these, and I'll be happy.
No, dude, I'll have to send you a text after stream. I'll have to send you a text on what the sniper ditch is looking like.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. Definitely show me that. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I got a video scheduled tomorrow. I think it'll be somewhat of a surprise. It's something I haven't really shown in a while on my channel, so I think you guys will appreciate it. Once again, thanks to everyone for showing up. Thanks to everyone who also donated. I'll end off the video like I end off every video. If you like what I do, support this video by smashing the like button. Support the channel by smashing that subscribe button. Hunter, did you drop a comment in the chat? I don't think they saw it.
I'll drop one now.
There you go. You gotta drop a comment, guys, so you can get to his channel. It's Forever Lego Studios. So yeah, go check him out. Drop him a sub. Drop that boy a sub. Drop that boy a sub. There you go. There he is. Forever Lego Studios. Subscribe to Forever Lego Studios.
Just put Liz.
Why do I need to wait 6 minutes, Ithor Bricks? I want you to tell me why I need to wait 6 minutes. If it's a good enough reason, I might do it.
I don't know.
Why am I waiting 6 minutes?
6 minutes. Why? Wait 6. Someone else puts wait 6 minutes. Why?
Okay, they just want us to wait until mid. Okay, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Holy crap! It is. Oh my goodness.
All right. See you guys.